party like.
One, two, three, four, five.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Two Fun Guys podcast. I'm Johnny Terre here with
Jessup. Here I am, sorry.
Yeah, and today we have a special guest, Glostik Willy. They're a hippie metal band from Marion, Indiana, who's been touring nationally since 2015, hosted more than 7 different festivals, including their own annual Willy Town. So how's it going, guys?
Pretty good, man. How's it going?
Not too bad. You want to give a little introduction? Tell us who you are, what you do?
Sure. What's up, man? I'm Buddha. I play bass for Glostik Willy.
And I'm Ralph. I play the drums.
J-Mo, guitar. Ooh, this mic's
So what brought you into making music? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
My family is very musical. My dad plays music. Cousins play music. Uncles play music.
Okay.
And so I've always had an interest in doing something with it. Didn't think it'd necessarily be all this.
Hell yeah. When did you guys start actually like forming as a band, or were you guys doing solo stuff first and meet up?
No,
or
we were like, me and Ralph are brothers, so we started when we were like 9-10 years old, and then band class. I was in band class, and I played trumpet, and I sucked dick big time. So our Buddha was a badass. He'd be killing it upside down. It didn't matter. He was a beast.
Nice.
little trumpet guy over there.
Oh yeah.
Do you still play?
No, I want to get it back out. I want to bust out a
yeah,
trumpet
dude.
soon. Just fucking.
You can
shred
never go
on that
wrong with
bitch.
brass.
So we've got Buddha over there just killing it in band class, and then you've got me just fucking everything up.
So he like
the-
inspired you?
The band teacher was like, "Hey, why don't you take him into the practice room and teach him how to play?" And then it was just me and him in this little closet, and it was like, "Oh, you smoke pot? I smoke pot. Oh, wait, you play guitar? I play guitar. Your brother plays drums? Okay, maybe we should hang out."
Did you guys all go to the same school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then it was just like, that was 6th grade, you know, the 7th grade, 6th, 7th grade, something like that.
7th grade for us, 6th for Ralph.
Yep. And then we were like, he came over. I remember we smoked a big ass bag of weed together, and then Buddha ate like 1 million hot dogs, and then like that's pretty much where we formed our band.
Ate 1 million hot dogs, broke a chair.
Well, what kind of hot dogs are your favorite? What do you condiment with?
I mean,
Are you raw dog?
on
he
that
was
night,
raw
on
dog.
that night, I was raw dogging the shit out
I
of
don't even
those
know if
things,
he had
man.
fucking buns.
No, dude. Like, so it was his birthday, and we had a lot of hot dogs left over from hanging out in the party out at his grandma's house, and we get back to his house, and we can step outside and start toking up a little bit, and next thing you know is I'm extremely hungry, and I got a fridge full of wieners there, and you got to just heat them up and start slamming. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen the videos of the dudes that like swallow hot dogs whole and then shoot them out there? But I'm impressed by that shit. Like, I'm like, that's horrible, but I like it.
The quick Heimlich,
Yeah.
like basketball.
There's a video of the guy's like, I'm only going to do this once more. Let's start with you. What instrument, like what brand instrument do you play and why?
The bassist that I play, his name's Chris Woods. He's from down in Tennessee. I'm very lucky to be sponsored by him and endorsed by him.
Nice.
He makes some crazy good instruments, and it's been nothing but a joy to play. So that's mine.
Hell yeah.
And I play Spawn Drums. It's a smaller company out of Los Angeles, California, but what attracted me to them was they made an acrylic kit that's laid in with LEDs.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
It just looks
Very
fucking
nice.
crazy when you feed them to the light guy, and he has full control. And the acrylic sound is just like real fat and wet, it's just a real good sound.
Dope.
So.
Yeah, so I guess when I'm doing electric stuff, I use a Les Paul Gibson, and it's just, I always played a bunch of different guitars and tried a bunch of different things, and then Steve Sweeney from Acoustic Hookah hooked me up with this Les Paul, and it was like, he told me, you need a Les Paul, man. So I got one that
I'm gonna follow your word.
I got one that you'll like, and then he sold me this guitar on payments over like years, and and now it's just like my every show guitar. If I do acoustic stuff, I play a Martin. Then just a ton of pedals.
Do you have a certain type of strings you prefer, both of you?
Yeah, I actually I'm endorsed by a string company out of Akron, Ohio called SIT, Sit Strings. They fucking rock.
yeah.
They're great. I met up with them out at the NAMM show this year in California, and got to talk a little shop with them. And they're more than happy to help get me on board, and I've got my name up with a lot of great other artists as well with them.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I guess right now I'm using that weird string gauge that nobody makes. There's one guy, Gino Stewart, who owns a studio. He has his own like signature series strings that are just this weird gauge that nobody uses. Like the E is the size of an A string. And
Interesting.
I played his and I was like, yeah, I want those. It sounds so smooth, plays great. So let me get some of those. And then I'm endorsed by Cusack Music for pedals, and I saw that they made strings. So now I've got them making me like a bunch of strings of this like weird custom gauge. So
That's awesome.
That's what I'm using right now.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say with you, I always enjoy a good fucking light show, and it's sweet that they can link up those LEDs to your drums.
Oh, they look crazy too when you do it, because it's like a acrylic shell that's clear, but then it's powder coated white, so it has this just like ambient glow throughout the whole drum, rather than seeing this light strip.
Yeah.
It's like the entire shell lights up, and
Very
they're all
nice.
independent, so like the whole drum set doesn't have to be red. It's like it can pulse and just color change throughout the whole thing, and it'd like look like a moving tie-dye t-shirt.
That's fucking
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Has that ever tripped you out while you're playing and been like, oh shit?
Yeah, it is super trippy. That's why I was like, well, I'm gonna find out tonight if I truly am like epileptic or any shit like that.
You just like seizure out as you're fucking playing.
No matter where you're looking.
Ralph, that was a
you're
great
so
solo.
fucking
I was
right.
having a seizure.
Blast beats.
They're badass though.
That's
I
awesome.
took a chance on them, and I turned out to like them a lot, because the set I
Yeah.
played before was a Yamaha stage custom, and it was like, it's one that collectors would look for. It's just one that sounded damn good for a good price back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I played that. It played every show we ever played from 2006 to 2016.
Nice.
So it did a lot. It saw a lot of shit.
It's weird to me that Yamaha makes dirt bikes and then like pianos and drums.
Dude,
Like,
drums are
that's
fucking
fucking
killing
crazy
it,
to me,
They
dude.
kill it.
Yamaha drums are like
Really?
fucking really good drums. Oh yeah.
Hell
Yeah, one of our buddies, I don't know if he hopefully he'll make it here, but he bought I'm pretty sure it's a Yamaha piano, and that motherfucker weighs like 90 pounds. It's huge.
Who?
But Zach.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, and it's,
haven't seen that.
It's I don't know, maybe the late 2000s, but it's still crisp as can be. Man.
Yeah, they make good shit.
Love them.
So what's there to do in Indiana? What do you guys do besides your band? Like, what are you all about?
Do you guys have like work lives?
We
you
play
bounce?
Ohio most of the time,
Yeah.
and that's because there's not much in Indiana. But we do have we have a couple of CBD stores that we take care of and run there in Indiana.
Explain that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
please.
hella interested in that.
Well, so we just like, what was it, June? They legalized CBD in Indiana, and which is crazy because we're so ass backwards that you'll go to jail for the tiniest sliver of weed over there.
Yeah.
So as soon as we saw like legalized CBDs, we saw an opportunity, and we had some
Absolutely.
friends come along that were like, hey, let's open up some CBD stores. So now we're at 4 stores now with a couple. We're actually opening another one next week, so 5, and that's like a couple in 2. It'll be 2 in Marion, 1 in Muncie. We got some Nashville, Tennessee. So we're just like scattering them all over the place, and just trying to bring in more income. The more income you can have coming from all different ways, the better off the band is, because then we have like extra money to just do fucking badass shit with.
Oh, absolutely. So what's the name of your guys' stores?
Holistic CBD.
Okay.
I think I brought this podcast up to one of the ladies I started working with, and she said, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have Glostik Willy, and one of the guys, they started doing CBD stores, and she was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just ordered a bunch through it. And I was just like, well, fucking bring that shit in, because I've got some weary bones that need some helping.
Oh yeah, and Ohio is about to legalize. I haven't looked what happened, but they had a possible vote today on their Senate Bill 57 is what it is.
What does that entail then?
we can open up CBD stores all over Ohio.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hell yeah.
What
Very
Ohio
nice.
did is they like looped the CBD into their medical marijuana law.
Yeah.
So you couldn't sell CBD.
Oh,
legally.
because it was still considered.
You got to go get it.
Yeah.
So fucking. The whole thing's bogus.
But all
man.
of our stuff is hemp derived. So there's a difference there between like marijuana and
Because
hemp.
there's no THC in.
Well, there is THC, but the levels, it's like CBD dominance. A little bit of THC is like pot.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
THC dominant. But they're changing the law now to separate them.
Yeah, so it's like
Interesting.
it's defining hemp as its own thing, and so where you can now cultivate and sell hemp products.
I mean, that's like a good thing because paper, we could be making paper that's
Oh, yeah.
fucking cutting down all of our trees.
Yeah,
like
no,
so much. You can make
so-
hemp plastics
so
apparently.
many
Yeah,
things.
dude.
Oh, dude, and even the CBD oil, like, you know, our average age of person who comes in to spend money and ask questions is like your grandma's age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
60.
Yeah.
And those people are finding real relief.
And they're
Yeah.
conservative ass people,
Yeah.
like from Indiana, that you would not, that know nothing about weed. They've probably never fucking smoked. They know nothing about CBD. So it's like every time somebody comes in, you've got to educate them on exactly what it is. But they're curious, and then when they try it, it works for them. You know,
Is it
Like,
difficult to like? I guess they're in your store, so they already have a little bit of an open mind. But is it difficult to convince them, like, yo, this is
Way better.
what's going to help you
Yeah.
out? Like,
No, not really. Because if you, if we didn't know what we were talking about, probably. But, since we're able to, like, lay a bunch of knowledge on them,
Yeah.
like, give them a bunch of promotional shit that's like, hey, look, here's facts about how CBD works in your body and how it's going to help you, So it's actually pretty easy.
that's rad.
But it's all about getting somebody, the right product versus getting somebody making more money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
Because if it works for them, they're going to come back.
Okay. What kind of stuff do you sell then?
Everything except the smokables. We don't do the hemp flowers because it's all old ladies that are conservative that would
Yeah.
probably be kind of freaked out by seeing weed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, that's
So,
awesome.
but it's
Electric
oils,
lettuce.
bath bombs, soaps, lotions, edibles,
bears.
yeah,
Nice.
CBD water, all kinds of.
I got my grandma down in Florida. Like, she's living with her and my dad. I've always been like scared about weed with them. They're very uptight. But when I just went down there in April, and I smoke weed, man. That's what I do. And I came out one day and I was just like, hey, man, Dad's gone. I'm gonna go smoke a joint out on the patio. And she's like, yeah, I don't mind. I was like, all right, cool. And then after I sat there and like I was smoking, I was getting high and thinking about it, I was just like, oh, my grandma would enjoy a piece of this weed candy I have, just to help mellow her out, And I got her turned on to that, and that was a crazy breaker for me. I was just like, I never. The next step is to maybe smoke a joint with my dad. That would be sick.
Well, it's just about breaking down the wall of that stigmatism that's
exactly.
been built around the whole thing.
I told her, I was just like, man, this shit helps. It helps me eat and sleep.
Dude, it would help
That's
my mom
thing,
so bad, but she just like
it's not like I'm like
It's not
hotboxing
about
the
it.
house,
Yeah.
Same with my stepdad. He's got Parkinson's and dementia starting to set in real bad. And beforehand, when my mom and my stepdad got married, they were very no weed in the house because he was military. And they're like, if anything ever happens, they come in, find this, they can strip him of all of his stuff. But he eventually retired. And as all of his sicknesses started to set in a little bit, my mom's been to slowly introduce him to CBDs, a little bit of some edibles here and there, and it's starting to do a nice kick to it.
Yeah, we actually have a really large VA in our town. We have a lot of VA patients that come in and buy CBDs.
that's
trying
awesome
to help
to
with
hear,
a lot of
dude.
different
That's
problems
awesome
that
to
they
hear.
have. So.
It's crazy to just see, like, how much it helps, how much it actually goes in, like, how much your body actually needs the shit.
Yeah.
Not only CBD, but THC, too. Like, I'll tell people when they come in, like you said, is it hard to convince an old lady of the stigmatism? It's pretty easy because there's THC-free products, and then there's products that have a minimum amount of THC in them. So when somebody comes in, they're like, yeah, my back hurts, I got fibromyalgia, I need something, but I can't have THC. It's like, well, then, some con artist would be like, all right, here, take this, and they would sell them something that's just CBD, but
Some
you don't
poop,
get any
yeah.
pain relief with that.
Okay.
You need the THC, and you need to like convince these older people that the THC is beneficial, and it doesn't even, it's not enough to get you high.
Yeah, I think that's what most older people's like. They're afraid of. They haven't been high their whole lives, so the thought of that is scary to them.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I have in my backpack. I got some. It's like icy hot almost that my buddy gave me, and it's 50% THC and then 50% CBD. And I have no meniscus in my knee, so my my bones are just rubbing together at all points, and it hurts every single day of my life from skateboarding.
That sounds
as a kid.
shitty.
It's horrible.
That sounds
I hate
real
it. I literally
shitty.
fucking hate it. And I couldn't find anything to help it until my boy Zach, he's like, hey man, take this shit. I've never in my life heard somebody complain about pain, unlike you with your knees. And I started using it, and like icy hot, like when you put icy hot on, you know, you can feel it like dissolve and like just like warm that air or cool that area and then get hot. But anytime I walk in somewhere at a workplace, I pull it out because I put it on some part of my body. I was like, if you guys need this shit, it's fucking dope. I just started working at Bob's, Blind Bob's down in Oregon, and this dude, he was just, I was putting on my, slept on my shoulder wrong, and my shoulder blade was killing me. And I was like, hey, if you guys need any of this, please rub it on. He's like, so you tell me if I rub this on my knuckles are about to get high? I was like, no, brother, the pain will get high. I guarantee that. Like, I put it on my knee, and it's the only time I can physically feel and like see it happen when I close my eyes. But I put it on, and I can feel it absorb and like mold with the pain. And as it gets inside my knee, it just like dissolves away, and it's like immediate stuff. And after that, I kicked my mom onto it, and she's got fucking arthritis all through her body, and she's been getting onto that. And she's like, man, I've never in my time had something that just fucking alleviates this pain like this.
Yeah, it's crazy. People with arthritis get it the most, I feel like. Easiest.
See, my mom has shoulder pains, and like she eats so many ibuprofens, and it's just like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing to yourself?
Yeah,
like,
shit.
there's so many better things. Like, what are you doing?
Well, that's like what
I hate it.
That's what like the CBDA is good for, because it's like there's CBD and then there's CBDA, and CBDA is actually like a natural inflammation fighter, and it'll like fight inflammation comparable to ibuprofen, but without all that negative
Because
shit
it's
that goes
natural,
with it.
yeah.
So that's like one of the things you don't get in an isolate THC-free product is that massive amount of CBDA you get in those full spectrum products, you know.
Very interesting.
So, you know, then maybe that would be an idea, you know, like 1,000 milligram tincture for your mom instead of a bunch of ibuprofen.
Yeah.
See, my mom's thing is I think she'd be down, but she has to somehow convince my dad that it's cool. And my dad, I love him, but he's very like straightforward, small town. He's a director of Homeland Security. So like he ain't doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Holy shit.
yeah, dude. Yeah. So like my mom's like, well, that seems nice. And then like looks over and my dad's like, that ain't happening.
Well, hopefully
Not
it'll be
this
legal
house.
here soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, at least they're not breaking the law doing what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
How do you guys feel about medical mushrooms? You guys use that shit at all for? Do you guys eat
Medical?
them? Yeah, like medically. You guys ever just?
I got a couple friends who do little caps for just like, they kind of just like
microdosing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been doing
microdosing
that,
on mushrooms.
yeah.
And I've heard of a bunch of people treating depression and
Yep.
something else. There was some movie I was watching where this guy was like having crazy crippling headaches, and he would eat
Cluster headaches.
Yeah, he would eat like almost an eighth.
Yep.
And he'd be in his room tripping
It
out.
is the only.
He hated tripping.
The only cure for cluster headaches right now is mushrooms to get
Nice.
rid of them.
Yeah, I believe it.
I watched this crazy documentary on it, but I use them for depression.
Well, see, like for me, mushrooms are like, because mushrooms are always crazy. And like, I won't eat mushrooms all the time because I feel like if I hit a point in my life where I'm at like a standstill, that's when I want to eat mushrooms, because mushrooms to me is like a reset. It's just like,
yep.
boom. As soon as you do it, you
Yes.
just deal with all the shit that you're going through, and then
Yeah.
you're fucking fine.
I was telling you guys beforehand, I was like, I was telling Buddha before you guys got here, but I like to eat mine like every 3 to 4 times a year for my depression, because it gets to a point, I know like in my brain that my brain is just flooding with this chemical. It's making me sad, and I was like, I can get over it, but I don't want to put fucking pharmaceutical drugs in my body.
Oh, no
That'll
way.
just make me fucking even more depressed. And then my brother was the one that actually pushed me towards mushrooms, and those were the first psychedelics I've ever done. And doing that, I was like, man, these things are fucking beautiful. I love them.
Yeah.
And then once I understood, I started to educate myself, knowing that excuse me, knowing that they can help for certain things. Cluster headaches and alcoholism were like the big two
Alcoholism's
ones.
a huge one.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
yeah, because
that's what I really
it shows
enjoy.
you what you're doing to yourself.
Exactly, and like a reset, like I take them every 3 to 4 months, or every 3 to 4 years, 3 to 4 times a year. Because when I do them, I'd like to do them at home. I used to do them out and about, but then I would get too much into myself. So I do them at home with a couple of friends. I watch Planet Earth. You know, what's his name?
Yeah.
What's his
Myers?
name?
What?
I know who you're talking about.
And as we've stumbled across the African plains, just that voice. And as I sit there and I see how beautiful life is, I sit there and reflect on my life. It's like, I'm fucking alive. I'm healthy. You know, I can keep doing this. And I like to use them as I try to explain this to my father. He's just like, nah. Weed, yeah, cool, you know, because I'm starting to educate myself in mushrooms. Those are just like, you know, I was like, nah, man, I need those to physically reboot my brain.
Your microphone's going a little flaccid over there, bub.
I think the microphone ate some mushrooms. What's going on?
If you haven't ate,
So speaking of like psychedelics and whatnot, do you guys always perform sober, or what's your go-to? I wanna have like what brings out the creativity in your music and all that good stuff.
Oh, well,
Typically, sober is the way that we like to perform. You know,
Yeah.
maybe a drink here and smoke a little bit before, but nothing to any extreme.
yeah, we've had our days. Like,
Yeah.
we figured it out. You know, the thing about music is like, and especially music on psychedelics when you're trying to perform, you know, it's like we've done that. I don't even know.
We pushed it to the limits for sure on that. We
Pushed it
played
to
a lot
the
of
limit.
shows
Few times.
straight on acid.
We did a whole year of shows where we literally tripped out every show, and we played every time. We lost our rhythm guitar player in the process because he was like,
He couldn't handle it.
on stage while we were already high on acid, and we tried to feed him mushrooms. We all ate mushrooms.
Like while on stage.
Yeah, and we're like, you have to eat the mushrooms. He was like, I'm not fucking doing it. You guys are crazy. And we're like, eat the fucking mushrooms. And then he sat his shit down and left the band
Yep.
that day.
Set it down and walked off
Shit
stage,
without me,
dude.
boys.
It was like, you guys are crazy. And then we just kept it riding. And I mean, the musical exploration that we experienced during that time was fucking insane.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You enhance creativity so much, and you look at things so differently that I feel like for the arts in general, like tripping every now and then while you're doing something really brings out what you want to bring out. in
and
it.
together, tripping together and
that,
playing together is
Lock
like
in.
we lock into where we're communicating on a whole nother level, and we can recreate that sober. We could eat a bunch of acid, we could eat a bunch of mushrooms, we could do any drug on the face of the earth and probably pull off a fantastic, crazy fucking set because we've done it so many times. You know,
that's what's beautiful
I
about
think
that
the
right there.
first time was the weirdest too. You know,
First time's always the weirdest.
We were playing this show at Buddha's uncle's house. He had this little farm out in the country. He would throw these little parties, you know, and they're just a bunch of hippies. And it's like, we were probably 17, 18, maybe.
yeah,
Maybe older than that. I don't know. We were really young.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you boys want to get down with us tonight?" And pulled out these couple little papers, and we're like, "Sure, why not?" So we're like, "We'll eat them right before we start. It'll take about an hour to kick in.
Yeah.
We'll play an hour set of structured music,
and then get
and
wild.
then we'll get weird the second set." Well, like halfway through the first set, it fucking hit us.
Did
like
not
a
go
load
as
of
planned.
bricks.
Did not go as
And we were
planned,
just
boys.
confused, and it's like, if you've ever been tripping and thought that everybody was looking at you, you know,
Yeah.
and maybe got
But everybody was
we were
looking
the
at you.
band, so they really were looking at us.
Exactly.
Like we didn't even finish the set. We just had to like take a break for a moment and
I
go
remember.
upstairs
We
to
went out to the
recompose
It hit me
ourselves.
first. It hit me first. I remember I was in a solo and I was just like, fucking got into it, dude, for way too long. And I remember when I finally looked up, they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then we ended the song and like went to the garage, and it was like,
Do you just like walk off stage?
Yeah,
You weren't like, my
Pretty
bad.
much no
break.
I just remember my knees like buckling underneath me a little bit, like playing James over there doing his long solo. I'm just like, feel my knees drop, like whoa. And I look at Ralph, and Ralph's looking at me like whoa. And James over there in his own world still. And after that song, we're like, we gotta go upstairs. We gotta sit
Yeah, they were
down.
like, we'll be back in 10 minutes. We were up there for 40 minutes. And then, but his uncle comes up, he's all fucked up, and he's like, it's a long, cold walk home, boys. There's a bunch of people down in the basement that, want to hear some type
music.
of band. And we're just completely spun out. We're just like,
what are we gonna play?
Yeah.
For 2 fucking hours, it felt like. It was
It was
just
fun as fuck, though. We did like 2 hours straight of just nonsense.
Yeah, once we finally got down there and hit the first note, it was just like, the hardest thing is getting up there and hitting the first note.
Yeah.
If you can hit the first note, you're good.
Yep.
But it's getting started is the hard part.
See,
on
I feel like it'd be
psychedelics.
difficult to match with other people in a band. Like if I was doing something solo and tripping, like you said, that first note, I'd be fine. But like having to keep beat with someone behind me and having to do that, I feel like that'd be difficult. as
Yeah,
shit.
and not get outside the world.
As long as you stay tuned in with everybody, you stay locked in and you aren't just like isolating yourself
Yeah,
right.
to fucking spin out on your own. You know what I mean? Like you got to do it as a unit.
Yeah.
See, I sit there and think about this, or while you guys say that, 'cause I've tried learning a guitar at one point, and then I got my bass back from my dad's house. I just brought back in April, and started playing a little bit of that and listening to everybody lock in. I was just like, man, when I think about trying to lock in with everybody at once, plus with who knows how many people are in that crowd, it just gives me panic. It gives me like anxiety almost. I'm just like, I don't know, and tripping at the same time. I've been in some awkward trips by myself.
Oh, it gets crazy.
It can be super, super anxious,
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like even sometimes you'll play to a party where that 3 out of 400 of the people in the crowd are high as fuck on acid. And it's like there's some type of energy that puts off when all of their attention is focused on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you don't even have to get high, but you'll still get that weird high off of it. It's different than playing to a group of sober people of the same number.
Yeah.
Well, I remember seeing you guys at One Eyed so many times tripping myself, and then like I know 90% of the people there were fucked up.
Yeah,
so like,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Old One Eyes.
Oh,
yeah, I miss One
R.I.P.,
Eyes.
R.I.P. They
Your
still
guys is oh, go ahead.
They still have the. I go to get my fucking face trimmed off sometimes at their
To One Eyes?
the barber shop. It's
Oh,
right-
near One
yeah,
Eyes.
yeah, near One
Yeah, I
Eyes.
got you.
But they still got all the names and shit on top of it.
Do they?
And like deep down inside, I always walk by or drive past it, and I'm just like, man, I hope they're like resurrect
Resurrect. You resurrect.
resurrection. There it is. Oh, they bring that shit back, but it's not gonna happen. Maybe we should just buy it. Bring it
Your
back.
guys' Black Sabbath cover show there. I was about that shit, dude. I was into
That was
that.
fun.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
a great fucking show.
We're trying to cook up a Aussie set for this year.
Oh, really? Like what
Halloween.
era Ozzy or just all eras?
All
Fucking
era
all
Aussie.
across the board.
All the
You
hits.
got to give it to him,
Because
man.
Buddha's got a good Aussie voice.
He does.
Yeah.
I've got a decent Aussie voice.
We did the Black Sabbath set a few times,
Okay.
a few different places. That I think the one you saw was on a 3-day Halloween run.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was
We
around
did
Halloween.
Sabbath one night, Metallica the next night, and then we all
Kiss.
dressed up as Kiss on Halloween. And
You wanted the
Kiss
best.
songs.
Oh damn!
And that
You
shit
got
was
the
hilarious.
which Kiss people were you? Like who was who?
Oh, we had Chris
Well,
Bro as he was a stand-in Paul
Yeah.
Stanley.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's his favorite band, and he just fucking nails every
Oh, dude,
song,
his
every
vocals.
vocal.
He knows every song by
Everything.
heart.
And
That's
of
so
course,
wonderful.
we had to play the, Buddha was
I was-
Simmons.
yeah.
He was the best.
Of course.
Oh, dude, I crushed it. I even made my like the little fake blood so I could do the bass solo.
Yeah.
I was full makeup out. I had this like spandex suit. I made a little cock piece out of like a girl's belt, and I was all studded and
Platform
shiny and
shoes.
shit.
Did y'all have
Yeah,
big old boots? I was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say,
we had the
to have, like,
platform
extra
shoes.
height.
I was up there doing the bass solos. Our first
Oh,
time
dude,
like
yeah.
playing this venue.
We spent like $200 on platform shoes. Dude. For the
yeah,
whole band.
we went
It
hard.
was
solid.
We went hard.
We did the whole shebang. Buddha did the bass solo, spitting blood, going crazy. The
Yeah.
Ace Frehley guitar solo with Shock Me, Beth, with Ralph
Yeah,
coming
Peter
out.
Chris come out and
Ralph,
singing.
did you
some
We
play,
stuff.
smashed a guitar.
Did you play with the high booze one?
No,
No,
I didn't
you're
play
like,
with the high
fuck that.
boots.
I know we just bought them, but I can't do it.
It was funny as fuck too because Buddha and Chris Bro, you know, if you've ever seen Chris play, he's
Absolutely.
super animated,
Yeah.
and all over the fucking place. But he's running around in these big ass platform shoes. So many times they almost rolled their ankles. And then
dude.
we had all these junk guitars in our garage, so we take one. I take a sawzall and I cut almost all the way through the neck. You know, it's like the last note of the song. Brooksy's playing this shitty ass guitar for the last song of the night, and of course, you know, the big bang at the end. He takes it and he's just swinging around, bashing it on the stage over and over, you know, to every hit of the drums.
Yes.
Damn near breaks the stage and like throws the guitar out. People went crazy.
Smashed
Wasn't
the
it like
fuck
a
out of that
Monday
guitar.
too? It was
It was a Sunday. It was a Sunday.
Yeah.
It was Friday at One Eye Jack's, Saturday at Middletown, and Sunday down at Octave in Covington. And yeah, that was a
You're like
wild
an elephant,
run.
my guy. You got all the dates locked in there.
Hey, you know, I do have a decent memory for blowing as many brain cells as I have.
Very
Proud of that,
good.
man.
Yeah, no,
I'm proud of a
absolutely.
good memory.
you.
I'm at work and I go up the stairs to go get some, and I'm standing there for 30 minutes, like thinking, like, what the fuck did I come up here for?
Yeah, I forget everything all the
Everything,
time.
all day.
All the time.
If you work in a kitchen, it's like,
Oh, it's
it
garbage.
just almost knock his head off. It erase your memory.
A race.
Or worse, motherfucker.
So, what kind of influences brought you to be your sound? Did that make sense?
Like,
Was that-
like growing up, like
Yeah.
what was your jive when it came to the music? You know what I mean? What was on the radio? when
Well-
you was singing? What was your
I
CD
guess
collection? I guess.
we kind of have different stuff.
Britney Spears.
Yeah, like me and Ralph. Me and Ralph were like the '80s hair metal. You know, we used to break out in fist fights over who was better, Ozzy or Metallica. You know,
Ozzy
many
all day.
times we beat our
Ozzy all day.
That's
all
sibling
day.
love
I'm
right
sorry.
there, you know?
and then we
We'll fight right now.
fucking Bon Jovi. Like the what made me want to play music was like when we were fucking tiny little kids. My parents were like, "Here's a couple Bon Jovi live VHS tapes," and it was like, "Fuck the Disney movies." Me and Ralph would
Watch
just
some
sit
Bon
there
Jovi.
and watch these Bon Jovi live videos like over and over, and I just remember the lay your hands on me music video where it like kicks to color from black and white, and it's like the band kicks in, the crowd's there, Bon Jovi's fucking flying over it with a mic stand. I was like, that's what I want to do.
Hell yeah.
It's like that moment, and like
A bunch of our uncles like played music and stuff, and they were all into the 80s hair metal, heavy
Yeah.
metal type shit. So that's what we were raised on pretty much. We didn't get into jam bands till later on, and when we met Buddha, really, because his family was all about the jam bands and the classic shit.
I was not metal. I was not metal at all. I was, you know, my dad would always be listening to Grateful Dead and yada yada yada, classic rock, you know, all the crazy Boston's Foreigner, you know, all that stuff. My mom would be listening to pop music all the time in the car, you know, going. I played soccer traveling, so we'd always be going in the car for like an hour at a time, and she would take over the radio. You know,
Right.
my brother would be listening to Fish and String Cheese growing up, so I got that. Yeah, so I just was kind of all over the place, and didn't really get to more of the rock and roll stuff until obviously I met them, and we kind of just.
And now he's crazy about it.
started, look out! Then we, you know, just kind of started making musical babies, and they added some rock and roll. I added a little jam, and here we are.
So since you started listening to metal, then what kind of stuff have you gotten into?
Well, it's not necessarily like just metal, just like getting back to different rock roots, you know,
the roots
like
of rock and roll.
Like when we did that Sabbath set,
Yeah.
you know, some of the Sabbath songs are the first songs you ever learn when you're playing guitar. You know, Iron Man, Paranoid, things like that, and you learn them when you're so young, and you kind of forget how intricate those are. And when we actually sat down and revisited all those songs, you realize like how many parts you actually missed when you were a kid that were just overlooked because you weren't that good of a musician.
I got you.
And like how intricate and simple these songs could be, but still so very effective.
Yeah, the simplicity and effectiveness of like some of the greatest rock and roll songs ever. You know, that's what the rock and roll aspect brings. You know, the jam band aspect brings like this intricacy of like lots of really crazy arrangements and psychedelicness, and then the rock aspect brings this like solid, structured, but up and down moments, you know, like a roller coaster ride of a song.
Absolutely.
And that's like what we're trying to do, is just mesh those two together. Like,
I like it.
you know, have those moments where it's structured and then bust it into something that could be fucking 20 minutes long. Who knows where the hell we're going with it? We don't know. You know, we'll find out.
Yep.
Absolutely. We had whenever we had JoJo Still in last what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, they I like to say like what they play now, their new album that just came out, it's like a Rick and Morty happening. Like they fucking died in a parallel universe and then came back and completely changed it because they got rid of their keyboardist, and so they reconstructed everything. And yeah, guys,
Where are you going with that?
You see that? You just watched the human brain reset.
You just stopped.
Yeah, I don't even know.
You've been eating those mushrooms, haven't you?
It's been a long day. We
Reset.
both had
I've
to
been
work
up
all morning.
since 7 o'clock
Yeah,
this
it's been a
morning.
long
I have a
day.
new pup I'm taking care of. It's ridiculous.
You want me to take it away?
No, take it away. Yeah,
All right,
it'll come back to me. Let it go. Come
when you
back.
guys play, we'll have you play a couple songs in a little bit here. You guys are doing a acoustic set, am I correct?
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part. So
Yeah.
what's different in this set versus like sets where you play however you normally play?
Well, it's just got a whole different sound. And, you know, we spend a lot of time at home, you know, because we can't always hook up all of our shit. And that's
sure.
just a huge hassle to play with the band a lot of times. So we'll just spend a lot of time just sitting around picking these acoustic instruments.
How close do you guys live to each other?
Well, me and Ralph live together with, like, I don't even fucking know how many people and
Oh
how
my
many
God.
dogs at this point. But
There's 8 fucking cars outside of the house earlier. I was like, Jesus Christ, the landlord's going to be pissed. And he drives by here. He already asked us like a year ago, so how many people actually live here? I was like, 3. Just 3 of us.
We just have a lot of fucking friends.
It's like a
Yeah.
foster home in some sense.
Weird way.
do you have
Yeah.
a,
Dime lived on our fucking couch for 2 years.
Take
I'd
all the
say.
misfits and.
do you guys have a lot of friends that like travel around and come stay with you?
Oh yeah.
oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, all the time. We'll get a
Last
call
week
and
we
be
had
like, yo.
Perks from Wisconsin.
Yeah, hey, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Oh, I'll be in town. You know, it's
Please
all-
come crash at the house. Absolutely.
Our door's
Yeah.
usually open to pretty much everybody, unless
Same.
you live in our town, and then it's like we gotta
Go
fucking
home.
screen you because our
Yeah.
town is weird. Like
You
that.
got to like clock in, and you've got like 2 hours until you got to go.
What's in your like how big's your town where you're from?
It's like 30,000 people, so it's not very big.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a place that has, you know, no jobs, just regular old shit America, you know?
Yeah.
a bunch
So-
of shitballs.
Okay. Well, it is a little after 7:30, so y'all want to start and play us a song, and then we'll get back to talking a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you
After this first song, I want to take a pause and do a quick fucking shot with you guys for that first popping the cherry in here. I like it.
am I gonna do one?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course you can.
alright.
What do you mean? Yeah.
All right.
You don't believe in Adam Sandler or Austin Powers, so
They're horrible. They're not funny.
I hate this human being. I hate Johnny. Just get off.
I'm sorry.
Get inside my table is the real thing.
Get inside your table.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's whatever you want it to fucking mean. Yeah, guys, hear that? Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at W666.9. 2 fun guys laying it low. We got Willy, the glow stick of all Willys coming in. You can't find the hole, shut the light off, it'll glow and it'll find the hole, baby. We got a nice acoustic set right now. It's gonna be nice and personal. I remember what it was. You let it go, it comes back. You guys were talking about like when you trip and you like connect with it and you just gotta go where it goes. You don't even know where it goes. You start with one thing, it takes off and comes back. I remember Judge Estelle when they came in here, they didn't play any of their new album. they just like, they're like, hey, do you want to start a cover with this band? They'll do a cover band, and then they're like, we'll just freestyle in between. We'll go back to to another band and song, and then we'll just freestyle through it. And I was just like, when they played, if you guys listen to the episode, the show was crazy. I was like, you guys just took us on, I don't know, 3 decades of different types of music. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah. No Freebird. No Freebird.
I've learned not to yell Freebird. You might get a fucking beer back to the face. Ladies and gentlemen, Glostik Willy. I've been hearing about you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The rain falls down on this Ohio town. Lust in his eyes, want it all on a double down. House needs a wind, here we go again. Shuffle up a shoe and meet me in the back room. I'll be getting high, old fashioned with the rye. Pour it on me strong and meet me in the back room. Lady luck is blowing on my guys. Couldn't get enough, so I had to blow 'em twice. Eyes like a snake, the time is getting late. I see her rolling over, won't take me to the back room. Say goodbye. Fuck it up, take it to the solo. She was working me over when the lock spun around. I thought her old man was out on the town. Pants on the floor, he's opening the door. Tried to get it on, but he caught us in the back room. No time to say goodbye. Hit him in the eye. Westbound
Oh. What one was that?
It's called Backroom.
Backroom. I really like that. I don't think I've ever seen you guys do anything acoustic really like this, to be honest.
It's different.
What the fuck is that? So where'd you guys come up with the name Glostik Willy? What's that come from?
Whoa. Shh.
I believe.
Stop the question.
I'm sorry.
I believe.
It's shot 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
shot
We'll talk
time.
about that while we do shots.
Since you brought it up, you have to take a shot with no chaser right now.
I'm gonna
You brought it
throw
up.
up, and then I'm
Johnny,
not gonna pay attention.
Hey,
I already took.
we told you were going to throw up by the end of this.
I haven't poured. All right,
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, the killer.
You better fucking enjoy Austin Powers.
No,
He's gonna come for you.
before we started recording, we were talking about Austin Powers for whatever reason, and I don't enjoy any of them. And everyone at the
doesn't
same
enjoy
time
a
told
good
me I
time.
was like horrible.
He has no sense of humor. Is what
It's
happened.
just-
He has nothing.
It's just
I don't
not
have a
funny.
cup.
I don't see it funny.
I'll just pull out the bottle.
We're currently pouring some shots in here.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just
You're just pouring the
pouring
bottle.
liquor down my gullet.
I'm
Can
tipping.
I have like a half shot?
No.
I'm tipping.
Johnny?
I got questions to ask.
One there.
Oh, there.
That is the
That's your
weakest
happy.
thing I've ever seen.
There it
All right,
is.
give me a full shot.
I have.
Give him, yeah, take that full
happy.
shot.
Take that one. Here, wait. Let me.
Yeah, you need refilled. Get over here.
Fill me up.
I got a cord attached to me.
You don't move. I'll come to you.
I'm gonna lose focus for this whole fucking show.
You made a shit fish sandwich.
I know. I'm gonna throw up fucking McFish.
Done.
Whose fault's that?
Tartar sauce and McFish.
Whose fault is that?
Jonathan.
That's straight my fault.
All right.
No, you're
So-
peer pressuring me. I feel it.
You guys ready?
Cheers, everybody.
1, 2, 3. Cheers, boys. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's disrespectful to my stomach.
Well, there goes the rest of the show. You gotta take control now, Jessup. You're at the wheel.
Here we are. What was the question beforehand? What'd you say?
Yeah, what did
Where
you
did the
say?
name Glostik Willy come
Thanks
from?
for taking over, John.
It comes from the name Glowstick Depression, I guess.
Explain Glostik
Yeah.
Depression.
It was
Okay.
a shitty band name, but
Yeah, it was stupid. It was just me and Ralph were fucked up one night, and we were fucking playing with glow sticks, and I remember we
Fried
just,
on ecstasy.
yeah, we were fried out on ecstasy, playing with glow sticks, and it was like, we need more fucking glow sticks, dude. We need more glow stick. And I was like, we're in a glow stick depression. Wait a minute, that's our band name, and it was just like that. So then we changed our band name to Glow Stick Depression. Later on, brought this dude named Will in the band, who eventually left the band, so we called it Glostik Willy while he was in there.
I got you.
And then we're
that's
like,
kind of stuck.
it's a cool name. We like it.
It is a cool name.
Let's roll with it. None of us are Willy. Who's Willy? We're all
Nobody.
Willy.
That's funny.
We're
You
all
guys
Willy.
said
Someone said
you
no
guys
one.
were-
Someone said everyone.
You guys were getting wild.
It's all the same. It's nobody and everybody all at the same time.
it's the Trinity.
So I was at Maydays like 2 years ago, I think. I don't know. I was maybe 2 years ago. I was meandering around up there at the old venue where it was like behind some like crack shacks.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
those, yeah.
Franklin.
When it was over there, they have a really good swing set
They
up
did.
there. And my biggest thing is like I would love to trip and swing, and I didn't realize that all that was going on. And you guys were playing. I was up there. I had a fucking like almost like a Charles Manson crowd following me. I was like, everyone, stop what you're doing and come with me right now. I have the greatest thing ever. And everyone was hyped. And they're like, what's this man about to show us? And I'm just like, huzzah. A swing set. I'm like, all right, what's the point of this? I got into it, get into it. I swing for a good solid 30 minutes. The line behind me was long. I skedaddled. I walked back all the way back to the tent, and there was a gentleman sitting like 10 feet away from everyone's tent. So he was like in a miniature field. It was like 20 feet in diameter of like nothing but grass from him. He was sitting in a chair, and he had these glow sticks, like the bracelets, and he had it right here on the bridge of his nose, staring at it. And all around him, 5 feet in diameter from him, was nothing but like those glow sticks. I was like, "You all right, my guy?" He's like, "Hey, sit down for a minute." I was like, "All right." He's like, "You like glow stick, Willy?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "You like glow sticks?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I love them. They glow." He's like, "Here." He puts it like right up against my eyes, and he cracks just a tiny piece of it, and it's like watching electric neon lightning. He cracked it and it just exploded in one little like atom smashing. And I just watched this thing spread apart. And after a while, I was just like, I got 50 glow sticks around me. I understand what's going on right now, sir. I appreciate you showing me right now this Fibonacci sequence of glow sticks going on.
Yes.
I swear, no matter where I go, there's a fucking Glostik Willy sticker. Like they're like herpes, dude. They're everywhere, man.
We've infected everywhere.
And like I've washed clothes after festivals, and then like pulled them out of the dryer, and there's a sticky spot, this little circle, and I'm like, son of a bitch,
dude. I hate it when people stick me with them, and it's like I don't see them.
Yeah, I get covered in them.
Ruins my shit. I'll have to wash it with it on it, and it's
you get the little spot. But like every time I see it on a shirt, I'm like, oh yeah, Glostik Willy.
Yeah, I've ruined some of my favorite shirts.
How many stickers do you make?
Oh, dude, I don't even know. We've probably made more than 250,000 of those fuckers.
Yeah, we would order, 500 at a time? And we would go through those sometimes, like at the high point of us doing it, it'd go through in a weekend. You know?
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I see them everywhere I fucking go, dude. Right. Everywhere.
My favorite's just like the back of some people.
Yeah,
just
there was on the shoulder.
And it could be like from the hat all the way fucking down, and they won't even fucking know until they pop that jacket off or something, that shirt off, and they're like, what the fuck is going on back here? It's like the little clothespins on the hats.
Yeah, when people
when I go back to my tent to relax, I pop my hat. I have an Indiana Jones flat bill or all
fedora?
The way like a bigger version of
like
it.
A neck beard kid.
Yeah, and I'm fucking prey at festivals. Get back to my tent, pop my hat off. I got 30 things. It says
they just put them on my dreads all the time. I collected them all. Like I have them on a little banner in my room.
I try to collect my willies, but peeling them off.
Yeah.
And my shirts. R.I.P. to every white and black shirt I've ever owned.
Yep, it's done.
It was funny. I just saw on like some whoop group on Facebook. There's like people posting pictures of people who were passed out. You know, get drawn on or whatever, and fucking a majority of these 100 comments were people just like passed out, dicks all over them, and absolutely covered in Willy stickers. Like just fucking covered. At least half the pictures I'd say had.
It's like that's a warm feeling right there.
Yeah, we were watching Bar Rescue because like our buddy's bar down in Texas was on Bar Rescue, and it's like you just see these Glostik Willy stickers in the background, like throughout all these shots.
I think you like posted something on Facebook with it, like you could see it in the background or whatever. Yeah, I saw that shit. That's funny.
We were about a year ago. Me and my girlfriend were looking for a house to move into. I don't remember where it was, but it was a house on a fucking road. Like the neighbors were like 50 yards apart. And we went in there, and they're like, the only thing is about this house is in the bathroom, it doesn't have a shower head. Like, it's like the nozzle, and it has like a shower head attached to it. And I was like, I don't give a flying fuck. I'll fucking soak in a tub. I don't care. They're like, all right, well, let's look at the rest of our house. And we go downstairs, we go all the way to the basement. I'm like looking around, and on the fucking power box is 3 Glostik Willy stickers. I'm like, I want this. This is my place. I was like, this is my place. I should be living here.
So how many albums do you guys have out?
2, and we're working on a 3rd.
This 3rd one we've been working on, it's like 15 months in the making. We put more work into this album than anything we've ever done, probably.
Yeah.
You know? And it's sounding like a studio album. You know, not like some shit. We did the first album where we were just kind of getting our feet wet with professional stuff, professional gear, and structured songs and that kind of shit. And then the second album was more of a mimic to the live sound. We wanted to put off a sound that sounded like us live, you know, so if you listen to that album, you can get a good feel of what it sounds like live. This 3rd album we got coming out, it's you know, there's a lot of shit layered on there, and we don't really care about redoing every little piece of it live, you know what I'm saying? It's like Guns N' Roses' Use Your Illusion. There's like so much shit going on in there. So it'll be cool, you know, but it'll be releasing in September. We're going to drop a couple singles and then release it in September at Willytown.
Very nice. You want to tell us about Willytown a little bit?
Yeah, Willytown's a festival we've been doing for a good few years now. It started out as Willyfest, and we did a lot of cool stuff there. We had Randy and Lahey from Trailer Park Boys. We had this, we're always trying to think outside of the box on things to do. How can we make our thing different?
How was it
anything
to get them to come there? Like, what was the process for that?
It was pretty simple. We some guy told us to come out to a show on a whim. I was on my way to All Good just to have some fun, and we went out and played this show because Cyrus the Virus was the MC. And then we met him, Bernard, and we met him and booked him to come to a party in our town.
Oh, and it was
a wacky party.
Wacky.
And his manager was pissed because he got all fucked up with us, and he was just amazed at all the corn. But then he hooked us up. We were like, who's the coolest guys, and how can we get a hold of them? So he kind of patched us in to Randy and Lahey, because getting the 3 guys is like, I mean, fuck, that's like pulling teeth and booking.
It's like,
$80,000.
rolling dice and shit like that.
$80,000.
Yeah, to get them there. So we were like, fuck it, we'll go with Randy and Lahey, and we brainstormed this thing. It was like, we'll do this cheeseburger picnic to where you don't have to buy any special ticket. Anybody who buys a ticket can come in and participate. We bought 600 cheeseburgers and cooked them.
Damn.
And it was like, everybody line up. We'll give you a fucking fresh cooked cheeseburger.
Randy will give you a fresh cooked cheeseburger.
Randy will give you a cheeseburger, and then you guys go over here, take your picture with the 2 and your cheeseburger, and then you got a picture with them, and a little meet and greet type
That's
thing.
fucking great.
And they were cool as fuck. Like, they rolled up and got to the festival, and we were like, well, we got a couple different arrangements for you, because you got to have all that shit prepared. It's like, we got a hotel for you down the road. We have cabins at Hannon's, up the hill.
Yeah.
And we have this bus you guys can sleep in. It just depends on what you want to do. They spent 10 minutes there, and they were like, oh, we're fucking staying here tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
we're staying
yeah,
on
dude.
the bus. So
Yeah.
it's like we had fucking Randy fucking sprawled out, gut out, sweaty as fuck,
funny,
dude.
too.
We made him sleep on the plastic. We told him, you
Yeah.
sleep on the fucking plastic, Randers.
I had this giant couch in my bus, and it was split into 2 big futon mattresses.
Yeah.
And they were brand new when I bought it. And the guy I bought it from had plastic on one of them. He removed the plastic from the other one. He's like, I just kept the plastic on. It's like the Compton couch, your grandma's couch.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll leave the plastic on for a minute. And I remember walking on the bus. It's like 4:30 in the morning or so. And Randy I was like, who the fuck is asleep? I just totally forgot about it. I was like, who the fuck is sleeping on the bus? Because that was our office.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I get over top of this person. I strike a lighter, and I was like, oh, shit. It's Randy. He's wearing his white pants. I shit you not. He's wearing his white fucking pants, shirtless, and he's all greased up. And he's just fucking knocked out.
Fucking ridiculous.
Like, he was incognito as Smokey, walking around 2 women on his arm.
Oh, he partied all night long with us. It was fucking awesome.
They'd roll up to people's campsite because we were like, Jim Lahey, we're hiring you guys as the festival supervisor this weekend.
Okay.
But it's funny because we thought of the cheeseburger picnic. That was a fucking idea we had in our living room, And now you see them, like the Gathering of the Juggalos just booked Randy's cheeseburger picnic. So after they came to Willytown and did that, they branded it themselves and ran with it, and it worked.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
And he doesn't do a cheeseburger picnic, but that's just what he calls his comedy set.
Yeah.
And I was real skeptical on how their comedy set would go. But, man, they fucking crushed it. They had everybody out there, and they improv'd, and was joking about shit that was happening at the festival. And then when they got off stage, they didn't hurry to their car and take off. They loosened up.
Oh, dude, yeah,
met people.
I got wasted laying on the medic golf cart. Like the medics loaned us their golf cart, and and Lahey was driving me around, like acting like just drunk ass Lahey, and I was just laid out on the stretcher drinking beer, and I remember he ran up into these people's campsite and then like crashed into their grill, and then got off the golf cart like while they're cooking shit, and he like gets off the golf cart and then like grabs a hot dog off their grill, gets back on the golf cart, and we just take off. He just starts eating this fucking hot dog.
And he could act drunk at the drop of a fucking dime because he doesn't drink at all. He's sober.
That's what I heard.
He drank one beer. He drank one beer with us at Willytown.
Like, it was funny because the dude's kind of like Jim Lahey was really fucking smart. He wrote all this poetry and whatnot. Disco Man had bought us his poetry book. And, like, we had taken a video of highlights of the festival, had a camera following them around, filming their antics and shit. And, like, in the edit of this video, this, like, Well, hippie guy pops up. He's like, "You can't find the truth in reality," and that's what Jim Lahey had wrote on his sheet. This kid was like,
Fuck yeah.
"Sign my sheet of acid, Lahey," and
Wow.
he wrote, "You can't find the truth in reality, Jim Lahey."
That's fucking
I was like,
great,
what the fuck,
dude.
dude?
Hell yeah.
Have you guys watched the last season that just came out with, like, where it's cartoon version?
No,
Nope.
I've heard good
It's-
things.
I
Yeah,
like
no,
it, but it's not the same. I'm like hit or miss on it.
It was like
As soon as Netflix took it over, it started getting weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had like Trailer Park Boys in this country and that country doing this, doing that.
the video quality is what kills me.
Yeah,
when it
it-
comes to it, like,
yeah,
I like
it's
that
too good.
grungy old shit.
It's
you
too
know?
good.
But like they finished what is the, you guys know what the last one is, like the 8th season or 9th season?
I think it's 9.
9.
Yeah.
Well, they finished the 8th season or 7th season, whatever. They finished it to where they all got arrested and they fucking ate a bunch of mushrooms.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, they start to peak and they turn into cartoons.
Yeah,
and then
that's where that starts.
That's where it takes off, and it's Nasty Nate. Love you,
Love you, Nasty Nate.
love you.
Bye.
You guys have a beautiful night.
Of
Nate
course.
wants us to have a beautiful night, so that's what we're gonna have.
Have you ever seen their other show? It's called Drunken on Drugs. Have a
Yes.
Fun Time
That
Hour.
is
Yes.
That is
whoa,
a crazy show.
I watched that. I had to watch that twice in a row to just kind
Trippiest
of
thing I've ever
grasp it.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's-
Do you guys like the
This
movie,
is the show.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
do you guys like
I get it.
swearing at the movie? You guys watch
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's
I like
pretty good.
that. So, what do you guys have planned for the next Willy Town? And when is that?
When is that? Yeah.
It's September 12, 13, and 14.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and it's at the Troy campground in Troy, Ohio.
See, I've yet to go, so I want to go this year.
Is it camping
That would be
there?
fun.
Yeah,
is.
yeah. It's 3 days camping. You know, like I think there's over 30 bands. Yeah, it gets wild out there.
And then this year we've been doing we did a couple shows with Doug Wimbish from Living Color.
Okay.
And he's just got a resume a mile long with
Fuck yeah.
stuff he's been doing since the late 70s. And he's got the Wimbash All-Stars, which is a bunch of his like hand-picked people, including Taz, if you've ever heard of the young guitar player Taz.
He's a young gun.
This kid
Yeah.
is fucking...
Yeah.
You remember when Colonel Bruce died on stage
Yeah.
at his birthday? Well, like, a kid was soloing, and he fucking, like, died at the fucking kid's feet. That was Taz. You know, but it was before he was anybody, and now he's getting to be
What?
so fucking... The kid's, like, 16 years old, and he's
Killing it.
incredible.
Killing it.
shredding.
He's selling out, you know,
Goosebumps
theaters
just thinking about it. Yeah.
all over the fucking place. So he's coming into Willy Town with a couple other people,
Rookie.
like a couple other people, Charlie Wooten.
Yep.
Yeah, Charlie Wooten from Louisiana. He's on bass, and Daru Jones. He's a badass drummer. He's like big break beats in New York, and he used to play for Jack White.
I was
so it'll
just-
be
oh, wow.
super dope.
One of my buddies that when I worked in Cincinnati, my old roommate, man, he's the one that turned me on to that kid. And after watching him and seeing, like, even within the year of just where he's gone, like, that man's got magical fingers
Yeah,
on
he's
the
got
neck
a
of a
lot
guitar.
of room too. You
Yeah.
know, he's got he's just like lighting his fuse.
The power of a
Yeah.
child's mind, you know,
He's
especially
young.
when he
He's
dives into it. You got
Well, see,
all
and-
three of you guys. you
And
know,
he
you guys
was
got
he
to
was
be
like
young.
when he started breaking out and he started like people started seeing him. He was 11 years old, dude. He was 11 years old, just ripping shit. And
That's
it's like
nuts.
Doug Wimbish is like took him out to NAMM, and that's where like a bunch of people saw him for the first time. Like he's like, yo, I got this 11-year-old who fucking rips shit, you know. And
I like
then-
to think of him. I don't know if you guys ever skateboarded growing up, but he's like the Nigel Houston. Whenever I was skating when I was young gun, like between 10 and like 17, well, to now, actually, he's still fucking killing it. Nigel Houston, dude, he came out, he was like a fucking 10-year-old kid ollieing off of buses to flat
Dope.
ground, yeah, and like just his father got him into like pushed him into skateboarding, and just the wind caught him, like the right wind caught him, and he fucking exploded.
All right.
And I was just like, dude, this kid is the Nigel Houston of guitars.
Okay, I'll have to check them out. I don't think I've ever
You know,
even heard of them.
please. I always appreciate a good afro, and he's got the
Ooh,
he's got
a
a
good
good
afro.
He does have a good afro.
He got a good-
Dude, and I mean, this kid's been on stage with everybody. I mean, like,
Yeah,
just
everybody.
look up.
How old
like,
is he
even
now?
16. And you look up, like, Lady Gaga. There he is on stage
What's his
with Lady
name?
Gaga.
Taz.
Brandon Taz Niederauer.
So if people want to search that after listening to this, they just search that. They'll
Yeah,
find
I mean,
shit.
I'm sure,
They
like,
can
a
type in-
lot of people know about
You
Taz.
They can type in
Taz.
T on YouTube, and he'll probably be one of the for his fucking artist to come out.
Well, hell yeah.
And he's a badass. So like, and getting to put together that band, you know, like
Yeah.
me and Doug Wimbish working closely with all his contacts, like his open book of contacts to put together that band to put on a badass show. Because last year we had Living Color, and Living Color put on like probably the best fucking musical performance to ever be played at a Willy Town ever. It
Fuck
was
yeah.
Yeah, for
fucking
sure.
crazy.
Hell
Because
yeah.
you've just got a band full of legends. You got Doug Wimbish, Vernon Reed, Corey Glover, and
Calhoun.
Will Calhoun on drums. So it's like those dudes are tight, and the music they play is just fucking shred.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That, and we plan on, you know, releasing the album at Willy Town as well. And with the album, we've got people. We have so many fucking people. Like I said, it's really produced. There's a lot of layers and a lot of stuff. So we have a lot of players on there. Like Steve Sweeney is on there, just laying down some incredible shit. We have Daru Jones doing double drums on some stuff. We got Doug Wimbish all over the thing. Dave Katz, bass.
Chuck.
There's
Chris
like
Bro.
there's a ton
Bro.
of people on this album,
Fergie.
and it just sounds fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Fergie,
We
yeah.
can't wait to get it
Excited
out.
for you.
You guys, you want to play another song then for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please. Which one is this a good old classic, or what's the history on this next one?
I like that bass sound.
Well, first we gotta
I like it. Makes me feel good.
There you
He's
go.
got love in his fingertips, huh?
Yeah, dude. What are you going to play for us?
That's the question we're gonna ask ourselves.
Freebird?
Hell yeah.
I picked the last one.
That's what he always says.
I did.
Like, play the last one you just played?
I
You
did.
can. Like, I
Done.
fucking love it no
Repeat.
matter what, yeah.
Oh.
I like
Notice
that
what's
cigarette
best.
holder you did over there.
Buzz?
Look at that cigarette holder. Johnny's got a lip mic.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
Good.
What was that called?
It was called Bust.
Bust.
I got so much to say about that.
That made me
one
wanna
song.
bust.
Yeah. Premature.
I'll let you guys sit down before we have another question for you.
Man.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yes.
I have like adult things to do.
You're not
after
driving
this.
to start things off with, so.
I have to be a good host to this lady, and I have things to do that are adult.
Do you mind if he has a shot?
Oh, he can do whatever he wants.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sip this shot. Plus, I drank some of that, y'all. Man,
Ups the glass. Ups the glass, man. We got to
while you're pouring this,
I got some things
I don't wanna
to
pee.
ask to tell, like just observing you guys on that one, like really breaking it down.
while you observe, I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, no, please go ahead. Number one, thank you so much for taking one drum and just feel like my dad was a drummer in a country band, so like I grew up with drums, and he always told me like that shit's the fucking bones of the back.
It is.
All right,
It's true.
and just like sitting here in one drum, fully going around the whole set. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude.
Number two, do you ever forget your solos? Like, do you ever like forget and just like I'm just gonna fucking wing it?
It's all winged, dude.
It's all winged. Okay.
Yeah. Like I have like a little. Sometimes, like I know that at one point in the solo I'm going to do this just to signal them. So, but anything that happens in the middle, like it's probably like 90% improv. Probably with everything we're doing.
I have a buddy in a band. He had a little bit trouble when it came to recording because every solo he would do, he would just fucking shred. And he's like, I don't remember what I just did. I can't do another take of that. It's gonna be different from what it was.
Yeah. You got to sit down and write them sometimes, which is what I'll do on some songs. Some songs I have solos that I play the same every time.
Yeah.
But it's like when it's just a bunch of shit like that we wrote high on acid, like you've just kind of got to fucking wing it every time.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna puke in the microphone. That's what's gonna happen. I had the best pee just now.
You could have the best puke in a minute.
Buddha,
That'd be two fucking podcasts in a row I threw up on.
You got a great track record.
You can't fall
I know.
asleep though. Just don't fall asleep.
No,
It'll be a good
I
track
have
record.
things to do after this, so I gotta like be present. Like I gotta be able to have a like, hey, I'm an adult. I'm gonna
Are
sip
you?
it though. I'm a little bit of an adult. A little bit.
I like it.
How often do you guys practice?
Not very that much. Not much.
Yeah,
Not very that much.
as a group, not necessarily that much. Only like before big shows. Individually, we all play every day. You know,
Yeah.
there's not like I wake up and the first thing I do is I pretty much roll out of bed, take a piss, come back in and grab my bass. You know what I mean? Like,
I like it.
wash my hands. You wash my hands. Don't worry. But you know
After
what I mean?
you play
Like-
the bass?
No, before the bass.
After
You
it
know.
gets
Before you
sweaty.
piss?
Yeah.
We probably
after the piss.
We
I wash
probably
my hands
find
before I piss.
ourselves like sitting around the house playing sad country music on guitars more than actually
Hell
practicing.
yeah.
I like
dude.
that.
Hell yeah.
Which I mean, that's fun too.
I was gonna
I
ask.
love sad
And
music.
a lot of times we're playing just different instruments. Like I'll go and I'll start playing the guitar, or you know, if we're at the shop, I'll play on Ralph's drums, and I'll come. I've got basses over there. And
Have you guys ever like switched whenever you go to play? Like
we've done it a couple times. The one time that we did it, that was like a bigger show. We did what was that? Maydays.
Maydays, yeah.
And we
Which
did.
year?
There's a video on
I think the
YouTube.
first year at Hannon's
Okay.
Maydays. We did Creep by Radiohead.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
And I played guitar, Jane played drums, Ralph played bass, and so we switched it up. And
Everybody took a step to the left, pretty much.
yeah, you know what I mean.
fun.
Just crushed
fun.
it, man. It was fun. It was a good
like
one.
it.
Yeah, we,
Yeah.
we played it pretty flawlessly. Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
I
I mean,
just
that's-
watched it the other day.
It's important to be a
Yeah.
versatile musician. You know what I mean? Like you want to be able to pick up anything. You know, you want to be able to go and sit at the piano and be able to play something. You want to be able to pick up a guitar and play something. You want to be
Yeah.
able to hold a beat on drums. Like it's one thing that we all kind of do is rotate on different instruments just to keep us sharp and our minds on it.
We're about to get back in the practice room, though.
Yeah.
What
It's
is
a
your
weird-
practice room?
The back of the CBD store.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
We
so
rented this giant fucking building strictly for the
Spits.
location. So we rented this giant building and then we built a wall, maybe using 25% of it. You
Of
know?
the wall?
No,
the building.
25% of the building.
You got me fucked up now. So
It's like
So we like
it's huge.
Fucking wall, man.
It's like fucking 90 feet long. We use like 25 feet for the CBD store,
So
and the
the
rest is our band room.
hell yeah.
Wow.
So it's huge. Ralph's got like
Priorities.
7 drum sets. I don't even know how many.
What's the
bass stacks, guitar stacks?
what's the like the can the customers in the front see it? Shut the fuck up.
No, there's a wall built. So
Can
we
they
like
hear it?
built.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
you
what I
just
meant.
said
Yeah,
There's a
we
wall,
don't.
bro.
Yeah, we don't play like we only do it because there's a tanning salon right next to us and a cell phone store. So we just wait till they close and then we play all night.
Y'all look pretty
Okay.
tan. You guys visit the the tanning
Yeah,
salon?
visit the
Hell
deal
no.
ski-
can't keep
skis?
himself out of there.
Yeah, I've been working on it for years.
Yeah, dude, I can tell. Man. Dark chocolate.
I'm getting that.
That's not a
precision
spray
golden
tan.
brown.
It's not a spray tan.
It's all
Organic.
No, it's not organic.
That sounds pretty poison.
I don't even tan. I just burn and then go back to pale.
Your face looks
Nightmare.
good from that fucking.
The protest.
Yeah,
I got
from the
so
protest,
fucking
yeah.
burnt, yo.
How was that for you guys?
I just said I almost said I loved it, and that's a horrible thing to say. But no, it was good because like you saw a community, you saw people there, and there was only like 9 people for the KKK side or whatever it was, and they were so far back, and it was so crazy. But it was neat to see all these people be like, "Nah, fuck that." Like, fuck that. It was insane to see all the cops there. There were so many fucking police. There was police on horses, police in the sky, just fucking everywhere.
Snipers and
There
shit
were
like
snipers.
that.
It was all fence. There was like a fence and then like 15 foot and another fence and then the courtyard. And then they were like 100 feet back against like the fucking bank. It was insane.
A waste of $650,000 of
For 9 people.
for 9 people, you know.
It's a tough one.
It was
That's
cool
a tough
seeing
one.
these people.
And then like 2 days later, we get smacked with tornadoes, and I bet
Yeah, that shit,
I bet
dude.
the community really wish they would have spent that or saved that on something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I didn't really see the damage until like going to your place and like going over the highway over some of the places and just seeing it just like all that shit smashed.
Yeah, you guys ever been in
crazy.
tornadoes?
Dude, the same storm that hit Dayton hit our place, and it was way less intense, you know. But we had, what was it, like 12 tornadoes they counted? And 14
Yeah.
in our
14 or
town.
14.
Yeah.
But our town, you know, they hit out in the country, so I think 2 houses got destroyed. Me and
Yeah.
Dimebag, the entire length of the storm, we were out on my back porch grilling ribs and fucking smoking all kinds of shit.
See, whenever I was, I live in
Maybe
Tip City, and our phones went off, and it said there's a tornado warning, and so I did what every fucking male of a household does. I stepped out on my porch and stared at the sky,
Hell yeah.
and then it stopped raining for a bit, and I came back and I was like, don't worry about this shit. It's nothing. And then we got the second warning. It's like, hey, you should get the shelter.
yeah, when it stops raining,
and then
that's when you have to work.
and then I was just like, let me take a double check real quick on my porch. Went outside, and like one neighbor, he was looking around. He's an old dude. He just kind of moseyed back in. I was like, all right, it's nothing too serious. Stepped in, and she was like, hey, my girlfriend was like, what should we do right now? I was just like, I don't know. Grabbed a cigarette, went back out, smoked. And then I saw another neighbor. He came out. He has a basement. We don't have a basement. He had a basement. He came out and he was just, and then he ran back inside. And I was just like, that doesn't make me feel good. So I ran in. She was like, what should we do? I was like, put your shoes on, grab your dog. I grabbed a Tupperware container and shoved my gecko into it and poked holes. I was like, scoot down to your fucking aunt's house real quick. I looked one way towards like Huber is where one touchdown. I've never in my time saw lightning light up the sky green, like Northern Lights green, like I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought of War of the Worlds. I was like, here they come.
That movie.
Here they come.
It's
Yeah, I was
fucking
like-
over. We're dead.
Yeah, I saw it, the one that touched down over by Huber, and then we got in my car and had to drive a block to her aunt's house to get to her basement, and I saw the one that would be like touching down over by Trotwood, and like my entire eye vision was green after the lightning hit. And I was like, I've never seen that before, man. Like, I've seen a lot of weather, you know, and it takes a lot to scare me.
Now, was it lightning or was it
It was like
an extraterrestrial?
Or was
mean-
it the mushrooms? Was this
Yes.
during a treatment?
It was definitely during.
My brother's a full-time firefighter in Beaver Creek, and I messaged him and I was like, hey, there's some shit going down. I didn't really pay attention. Like, the lightning looks crazy where I'm at, but whatever. Is this crazy? And he didn't message me for a while. And then my mom messaged me that night and she sent me a video that he had sent. And in the fire department, it actually hit his fire department and it like pulled some of the bay doors off. They had got a new truck like not too long ago and it threw things through the windows. Like, he was like, well, I survived a tornado. It was fucking intense, dude. Damn. And that's just crazy though. Like,
yeah, he sent me the video that he sent to me, and watching it, like, whenever I would think of a tornado, I was like, I feel like you could stand inside of a fire department building, like in the middle, and just like,
that's what he said. He's like, I didn't think this would be the place it would
absolutely
hit.
But what was it? Where was it at? Where a 2x4 was thrown through a curb.
Oh, dude, I saw that.
Yeah,
shit.
that's gnarly,
Gross.
dude. Gnarly.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Not like shattering it, but like perfectly throwing it through where it just like perfectly. That's disgusting.
It was
That's
considered an
crazy.
F3, which was worse than the one that happened to Xenia, like however many years ago, Xenia, Ohio. And it had winds up to like 140 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then in Mercer County in Salina, which is a city right by where I grew up, St. Mary's, there was an 81-year-old dude that actually died.
Because a car got through his fucking building.
Is that
while
what
he was
happened?
Sleeping, yeah.
Holy
I just assumed he was old and like he just couldn't take it, but he got
No.
macked.
He was sleeping in his bed, and I guess a car fucking was thrown through his house.
Bro,
and
that's so
fucking-
much sadder than I imagined.
Hopefully he didn't
I'm
feel
sorry.
it. Hopefully. But
Y'all make me do shots.
no, you're
I lose
right.
my
dude.
empathy.
You look
Hey,
a bit
we got
thirsty. You should probably dress
we
it
got
up.
fucked up senses of humor, especially that one, man. Buddha's fucked in the head.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Do you have any jokes? I want to hear a joke.
No,
Fuck me up.
it's never really jokes. It's just kind of like
Just in general.
fucked up shit that
you're
comes
like,
to my
I
head,
appreciate
and then I
that one.
spout it out, and then like it's never really good. I laugh to myself,
I
but
feel
everybody else
life's
looks
about
at me like.
suffering,
do
man,
not
and
walk
getting
it
over
in
the
here.
suffering. You gotta enjoy it.
Go.
That's right.
Speaking of
But I
suffering,
mean, you're sleeping. I mean, you get a fucking car thrown on top of you. I feel like you just fucking wherever you believe you're gonna go, you just fucking wake up there. You know what I mean?
I don't want to die in my sleep. I want to experience it. That's your last
Yeah,
thing of
I like
life.
that, yeah.
I want to fucking experience my death.
Buried and burned alive. I don't want to experience.
No, I don't. There was
I
that
could-
dude
I
that
could
burned
take
himself
anything
alive
else.
outside the White House.
I
Did
saw
he?
that.
He
You
wasn't.
guys see
Did he
that?
die?
Yeah,
Did
dude.
he
That
die?
was
He got arrested.
I haven't seen the video. I thought it was
He got
fake, so I didn't watch
put
it.
out and arrested.
Yeah, he did die. I'm
He
pretty
did
he?
die.
Yeah.
I saw the.
He was just standing there.
Yeah, I
like the
saw the-
fucking fire wasn't even affecting him, dude. It was strange to watch.
It was like one of the
That's the
old
effects of marijuana.
protest with
Yeah,
the
fucking-
Buddhist monk. He just like
Yeah.
fucking. He's like, I got this, dude.
Yeah, someone said this dude's just like walking on
He
fire.
was wearing like a fucking USA jersey too, if I remember right. He was wearing like a fucking all-star jersey,
The freedom was just too much for him.
right? He's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
What was the why?
I don't
Did he
know.
have a protest? Was
it
he, like,
For
just,
me,
like-
it's one of the Facebook scrolls. Man sets himself on fire. I saw the brutal ass slow motion picture. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
I didn't think
I don't
it'd be
want to.
real.
I don't want to read
That's why I
any of
didn't
this. It'll bring me down hard. But they said after it was just I saw another one as I scrolled down. He's just like, man sets himself on fire and arrested. I was like, damn, that sucks.
Burn.
Just let me burn out, bro. Like, come on.
Locked him up.
Yeah.
So what things do you guys got going on soon? Upcoming shows, tours, what y'all got?
We're just working on this album, trying to get it out. We're gonna film a music video in a couple weeks.
Who's shooting your video?
These dudes from New York, they do like I don't know, one I saw that was awesome. It was like, I need to hire these guys. It was the Alabama Shakes video,
I like Alabama
and
Shakes.
it was
Oh, yeah.
a fucking badass video. So we like hired him, paid him a deposit like 2 years ago, and then just fucking chalked it up and just didn't do it. But it's good that we did, because now we need that video. So I hit him up, and they're coming out in a couple weeks. We're gonna film a video, release a single off the album. And
How are you
then,
gonna shoot the video?
with the camera.
Shut your mouth.
like
Is it gonna be like a music video, or are you gonna be like live playing?
yeah, it'll probably be more based around a performance video, like a majority.
Okay, I
performance
literally
video.
last song you guys just played, I wrote that shit down. Look at my fingers where they're going. And you guys for like your acoustic set, and maybe for your kick drum,
Yeah.
it might work out. Put some GoPros on the inside, because I've seen like crazy
Did ready
videos where they have like GoPros on the inside of acoustic guitars and like
See the
watching the
wiggles.
waves.
Oh, dude, yeah,
The
But then you still
reverberation.
see like you could still see the crowd and shit like that. So like to be able to cut.
That's a
in and
crucial
out.
angle.
Yeah. As you guys are playing, I was just
Money
like,
shot.
man, I was just like, I was putting myself through through your guitars, and I was like, man, that shit would be fucking sweet to see. Because if you watch those videos, man, they just like, I don't know, it's like the slow motion of the guitar strings. They're like jello, you know what I mean? But then the backside of it, the background, I watched this dude do it. He was like playing like towards a scenery of grass and the sky, and he just like rotated back and forth as he played, and it was just all the waves. You could see every single fucking stroke as it went off. You didn't even have to be high on drugs. You could just like see the waves coming off of it.
Oh, it's crazy. Many times I've had a lot of time spent just sitting there plucking a string and watching it, like how hard, when you pluck it really hard, it like like it has these waves, and it's got this like solid line in the center, and then they all slowly become this solid line.
Yeah.
If you film a spinner spinning, it does the same thing.
Have you ever seen like a video of a chopper whenever they like slow
Like or like
a helicopter?
all right.
Whenever they slow like the camera or the camera shots down to where it's just
It
like
looks still.
It's just still lifting
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, y'all guys do that. If y'all guys do that, shop with it.
Film it in a
Throw
helicopter.
in there.
The whole video in a helicopter.
You're just hanging out like your lap.
Gotta have the helicopter.
That'd be
To the
nice.
chopper.
That's a little out of budget for this one, but next video for sure.
Hell yeah.
I'll help fucking promote that money on that, son.
Hell
Get these
yeah.
boys in a helicopter.
GoFundMe.
All right, so each of you take a turn on this. What are you currently listening to, music wise? What do you go to and be like, yeah, this fucking slaps?
Start over there.
Me?
Yep,
Yep.
you brother.
Ted.
Well, really, what we've been listening to is a lot of, we listen to all the heavy shit that we basically sound like. So now we've been listening to a lot of funk. Like Ralph's always throwing on like Zapp and Roger. We spent the whole time here listening to fucking UGK. So
Who's UGK?
rappers.
I got you.
So it's like, it's just a wide variety of things. There's nobody that I'm like, oh, I listen to this every day, but like, it's pretty much just a rotation of funk and country, hardcore outlaw country.
That's like if you took a 12-hour trip in our car, you'd probably hear a little dose of every single thing out there. You know, from like Hank Williams Sr., old
Oh, that's my
country
shit, dude.
You know, Highwaymen, George Jones, fucking Dime Will Cry His Eyes Out to Conway Twitty.
Oh, I love some Conway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Twitty,
buddy.
Johnny Paycheck, like it, pretty much.
Take
there's
this
not,
job and shove it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's not much music that we don't get down on. Al Green,
Fuck yeah.
Marvin Gaye, Zapp and Roger, like he said.
See, I don't know Zapp and Roger.
They're from Ohio.
From Dayton.
But they're the
I'm
dudes
fucking
who
missing
wrote,
out, bro.
They
Missing
wrote
out.
California Love.
Yeah, you'll hear so many. You start
like
listening
before
to them.
Dre and Tupac
Dre
took over that
their
sample.
beat.
Yeah, okay.
That's the beat they
I got
sampled
you.
was Zapp and Roger.
Yeah, and you'll like hear so many. If you start listening to Zapp and Roger, you'll hear so many songs that have been sampled into hip hop hits, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I get sick of music, certain styles of music too, because it's like we're in the fucking car so much. I'm listening to music so much that it's like you can only hear the same shit so many times before it's like, all right, let me dig up something else.
That's why I like
Yeah.
sticking with underground shit and just digging and digging and digging and finding more like shit like that where it's completely different from what I'm listening to. Even if it's a little weird at first, like, or experimental, I think that's a plus for it for me.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like some people can sit and put Grateful Dead on the fucking radio for 3 years. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, I can't fucking
I can do dark jam or dark star jams. Like I do those a lot when I like do art. I'll play like some from like the 70s. They're little jams because those are like always good.
I
Like
can
fucking
appreciate a lot
always
of
good.
it, but to have nothing but that would fucking
Oh yeah,
drive me
absolutely,
nuts.
dude. No, I've got to have my variety. Like if I'm going through my likes, like there's like a fucking deathcore song and then like a folk punk song and then like some like sad trap. Like it's completely different all the way through. I feel like that helps my creativity later on down the road too, because I'm not stuck in a structure or anything.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting like motivation from fucking everything out there. You know, that's good. It's like Waylon Jennings to Megadeth.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, like how can you play it if you've never heard it? You know?
I got you. See, I started playing. I'm self-taught. I've been playing guitar for like 4 years, and my problem is when I started learning, I didn't want to learn anyone else's shit. I just wanted to write my own stuff. So now I feel like I'm behind because of that. and it's hard for whatever reason for me to try to mimic someone else.
Well, then you just go back and start learning all that stuff. That's what I did too. I did the same thing. I was pretty much self-taught, just kind of fucking.
That's all of us kind of taught ourselves together.
And then now
we started jamming. So
and it's just now that I'm going back and like learning like some solos from some like classic hits note for note, just because I feel like somebody's doing this one lick I'm going to learn in this solo that I fucking need to know. You know? So it's just like go back and learn all those impactful solo licks from throughout rock and roll. And once you learn them all, then they're in your mind. So you're putting this one together with this one and you're just fucking bouncing off.
I got you. I think I'm so focused on expressing my emotion versus like musical, like education wise when I make music that it's hard for me to like try to do that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's cool. You know, if that's your focus, just like put it into the words.
Hell yeah. Okay.
It's never a bad idea too to just go back to basics. You know, no matter how good you are at your instrument, if you go back to basics and just think about them, you might think about them in a different way. You know, and it might make you a different player.
I mean, that's the same with like anything in life. So it's just a good lesson in general. Hell yeah. You guys want to do another jam?
Yeah.
Then we'll talk a little bit, and you do one more, and then we'll close the shit out.
Let's do what song you think, boys?
Maybe a switch. Oh, that's a good acoustic one.
Disco's always sick too. Disco's a fun one. We'll do Disco, Smitty. Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's hard to pick.
How do you guys pick names? Like while you're getting ready, how do you pick names for your songs? You just kind of go with it, or how it feels, or
yeah, the songs kind of just
name themselves.
Yeah, they really
name
do just kind of name themselves.
All right. The fuck you?
You assassin?
Assassin. I'm Mr. Ass. I just did this. Hey, show her that shit too.
The stool is probably the most awkward thing to drum on.
I used to have.
I think Dimebag sit on his hands and knees.
Dimebag, come hold this on your head.
I love you. Came to my at work. My brother's trying to come work. He's like, are you legit, brother? He's like, yeah. No problem.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
What was that again?
Disco Smitty.
I really like that one. While you guys are sitting down to get talked to, I want to do my Did You Know session of the show.
Yeah, you guys ready for this?
I'll say a couple random facts and we talk about those facts.
Yeah.
I like random facts.
Perfect.
So, did you know? I gotta read my handwriting here. Hold on.
It's horrible. Read it.
Motherfucking cats have 3 eyelids.
I did not know that.
Man.
Like the bottom, the top, and the third as it closes. Is that what that
Oh,
means?
I don't know. Because then, well, that trips me out. Because, like, wouldn't they have 6 eyelids then?
Why?
Because they have 2 eyes. No, because they have 2 eyes. So if they have 3 in each. That's 6.
Fact checking. Somebody fact checking.
No, we don't
Snopes.
fact check this bitch.
Snoop says,
My phone was...
I'm always wrong in my facts. People will message me, be like, bro, that wasn't even right. And I'm like, all right.
Hey,
well.
man, I put a grape inside my microwave and not exploded.
Yeah, I said that, I don't know, it was something about grapes, and everyone was like, bro, that's not what happens to grapes. They turn to plasma. All right.
My bad.
Did you know number 2? 600 Hold on.
Reread that.
600 Americans die every year from falling out of their beds. My guess is those are like elderly and children.
Wait, how many?
600.
There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
So that's 2 out of us would be fucked.
Well, how many of you guys sleep on just a mattress? Do you have are you on the
Read
floor?
my fucking mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys have a mattress or a box spring, or do you have a lift?
A little fancy frame.
I sleep on the floor.
Yeah.
Sleep on a mattress. It's all fucked up. It's got me all fucked up.
All raw
You got a
dog?
frame?
yes, I do have a frame, and I can officially report I've not died yet from falling out of bed.
Let me.
What's your inches from like comfortability to death? Like, what is that? Like 9 inches? Mine's 12 inches.
That's what she said.
Maybe.
That's.
I don't know. Am I turned on right now?
I'm laying on 2 mattresses, but I gotta ask real quick though. You're the only one that's living on a mattress here, or on a frame, right?
I'm on a frame.
You 2 on a frame.
Yep.
Are your guys' credit scores better than this guy? Because really, I have a feeling that the
Yes.
lower the bed and the higher the bed, the higher the financial score.
Well, here's the thing. You know, one of us has to take the hit. You know, I mean, you're
Oh,
always
that's
going to
fair.
go in debt.
One out of every 3.
And do shit. You know, somebody's gonna have to get a credit
I'm
card,
gonna
buy
say-
the band some food,
Yeah.
and never fucking pay it.
So that's
me.
why you're the mattress guy.
Strategy.
I sleep on the floor.
See, I got 2 mattresses, so I'm like not doing well, but I'm not doing bad. You know what I mean?
I'm talking no mattress. I have no mattress.
No, you're just straight floor.
Not even
Yeah,
yoga
dude, fuck
mat.
a mattress.
You're
Not
fucking
even-
living outside of the society
me and
right
3
now.
dogs, dude. I just sleep in a pile of dogs on the floor every night.
That's all right.
I'm comfortable right now just thinking about
Keeps me
that.
feeling good though. Dude.
I like couch sleeps. Like sometimes
Sometimes I'll hit the couch.
I have a big bed and a little. I like the couch sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm a little fucked up.
No,
I'm a
it's
little
no
twisted
problem.
over here.
I like it whenever I arrive to a friend's house, maybe that I've never even been to. And they're like, yeah, you can come crash. And I show up, comfiest couch I've ever been on.
You had me sleep on the floor in Cincinnati, but it was a good floor.
Wait, where?
You shared the blanket. You were on your bed, and then you pulled the blanket over, and you slept on the end of
Savage.
your bed, and
Yeah.
I laid in the bottom of the blanket on the floor.
Absolutely, man.
But I was comfy.
No
though.
man goes left uncold.
We have I feel like a few pictures where we're just like cuddling in bed.
Yeah, we have.
We used to sleep all 4 of us, and then we'd have 4 people laying down, and then Buddha would lay this way, so we'd all use Buddha as our pillow.
Dude, we just have big cuddle puddles in our group. We'd all be fucked up for 3 days, and then at one time be we're all
crash.
going to sleep right
Let's take
now.
a nap
And we just
real
hold each other and then go to sleep.
Somebody who was it that brought that picture up? It was 3 of us. It was
Zara, I
me,
think, or
him, and
whatever.
another
In a hot
buddy.
pocket, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, someone should make this into just an.
I want to make it
Afghan.
into I want to make it into an Afghan for each of us, so we're all sleeping under
Fuck
ourselves.
that! I'll make it. We should make it into several and send it to our friends.
All right, did you know number 3, wasps? That's a weird word. Wasps can remember faces. That means if they're getting you, they're getting you.
That makes me uncomfortable.
All right.
Very. I have a wasp right now in between my window and my screen.
What's his
And-
name?
I don't know. I'm not going to assume what it is.
You do him dirty, you better kill him.
See, that's what
Well,
we
we don't
that's
have a
what we
lot.
thought. We taped it up. We taped up the holes. We sprayed the egg little sack that it had going on. And
You're a murderer.
fuck yeah! And when it comes to those things are mean. Bees, don't fuck with bees.
Well, bees when they sting you, they die.
No,
they
not the-
lose their
no,
little
I'm talking
stinger. That's
Holland
just
bean,
sad.
or the
Holland bean.
polybeans, the Pillsbury dopey. Yes, there it is. That's what I was looking for, the back laugh.
Anyway, about your wasp you have trapped in your window.
I fucking trapped those things. But I trapped one. It got out, and we're like, fuck yeah, it's not going to get back to its nest. I had to step on it, get rid of it. It had like another whole family that came in. Started making another wasp nest. I'm like, man, we taped it off with like colorful mustache tape, like the duct
That
tape.
usually does get rid of wasps.
I was like, shut in all the way.
Suffocation.
We sprayed it with some good old quality wasp bee
You
spray.
need WD-40, bro.
Is that what it is?
WD-40 on a wasp. That's it.
It helps with the
They're
rusty.
too slippery to do anything, man. They're just sliding around.
Who are you? How'd you find this out?
I grew up on a
Your
little
dad.
farm.
So your
Yeah.
dad wasn't it?
All right, I have one last Did You Know? I think this is the best one I've ever done. This one, like, it gets me.
Mm-hmm.
The inventor of Pringles had his ashes buried in a Pringles can when he died. That's my favorite fucking thing in the world.
Where?
I don't know that, but like,
Damn it.
That's pretty epic.
yeah, I think I like that.
If Pringles gave me my fortune, I'd probably request to be buried in a
Yeah.
Pringles can.
Which is weird.
Mine would be
just a
to-
tennis ball container.
If I worked for Pringles and they're like, hey, if you could have a death wish, what it is.
What it is?
What it is. I'm going to say take the deodorant spin, where you spin up deodorant.
What?
That's your death wish?
Yeah.
Put you in the deo?
Yeah, no, you take the same mechanism, you put it in your Pringles can, so you can twist your Pringles up instead of sticking your fucking
Oh
hand.
my god, that's a fucking genius idea. Now that I understand that,
You could pitch
you
that to
just
Pringles,
blew my
dude.
marbles.
Who knows? You may be the next.
Pringles give me money.
Damn, dude.
Exactly.
I like that.
Hey, you're about to die. What do you want? I was like, hey, you know what? Take that fucking squealy thing that you have on your deodorants. Slide in the back of the can. You know, I don't have to stick my hand all the way. I ain't gotta tap it, have all that shit fly in my face. Boom, that is even crumbs.
You're increasing the price of Pringles by $2 each. if
And
you
I'm
do that.
passing it. Jessup Corbett, Levi Corbett. It's-
Limited edition
Jessup
spinny
Corbett,
cans,
Levi
dude.
Corbett. I like it. Limited. Yeah, you started out as a trial thing.
Yeah, and then it sells out, and it becomes a real.
But it's just it's not the normal Pringles can. It's a picture of my face on a square, and then you stretch it all the way around.
Old Spice Pringles coming next month to a Walmart near you. So you guys on a label or anything?
Like a Pringles label?
Yeah. No, like give us money. You all DIY or
yeah,
Yeah?
we do it all ourselves.
hell yeah.
We got a good studio in Middletown that rocks, that like hooks us up fat and takes care of us and lets us record for like a lot less than it would cost us anywhere else, and they're like seriously the best fucking people we've ever worked with. So.
Dope. You want to give him a shout out real quick?
Yeah, Studio G, Eric Stewart, Gino Stewart.
G.
They're
Middletown?
the beast. Yeah.
Is that Middletown, Ohio, or
It is.
Indiana? It is
Middletown, Ohio. We actually we got a session there tomorrow trying to work on getting this album done.
It's the smallest place, but the people who work there and the equipment they have, it sounds so fucking good. Like the drum room, it's so isolated, you know, you can hear your left and rights real good. But it's so small, too, that my drum set barely fucking fits in there. Like, barely.
So it's just like comfortable, like a pair of tight pants.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it's fun, you know, like we have fun. It's not like we're going there and we're like, we got 8 hours, we got to do this fucking work. That's why it's taking us so long, because it's like, we may just go there one day and just trip out and not do shit, or
Yeah.
we may just get fucking wasted.
Oh, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
yeah, get all fucked up and then fuck up the song and then like think about it the next day. Like,
Is that
God
why it's
damn it,
taken so long for
now
this
we gotta
album?
redo it. Oh yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
we're taking our sweet ass time.
I mean, you know, with the other albums and things like that, we had to go in there and basically bust ass for like 3 days solid to try to get what we were trying to accomplish done. You know, like you got a allotted amount of time. You go in there, you bust out the recording as best as you can. Then you have to sit there and start mixing and cutting and all that. With this, we've actually just been able to take our time. Like if we want to take time to work on the song, we can do it there in the studio. We can record it. We can take things out of it. We can add things to it. And it's been a awesome recording experience.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
yeah,
don't feel
man.
like we're on a ticking clock that's just you
Right.
know, fucking $1 a minute type thing. It's like even if you're outside smoking, shooting the shit, you're paying money to be there.
Yeah.
So you guys don't have like a date that you have to be done by. You're just taking your time until it's fucking...
Well, now we put a date on it, but it's pretty much done. Now it's just, we're going back, like most songs are done. I just said today, there's like one little spot I want to put a solo. We got to do like fucking 5 edits in a couple songs. It's done. Yeah.
Nice. I'm excited to hear it. I can't wait.
So do you guys put stuff online, obviously? Do you have like CDs? Do you do records, tapes? What do y'all do?
Yeah, we've been trying to do a vinyl run, but everything's been online so far. And then we have fucking CDs at the merch booth.
So I think you guys should do an acoustic like vinyl. I think that would sound fly.
I think that's
vinyl,
next.
dude.
That's what we want to do,
Like,
because
for real.
we have a bunch of acoustic songs that like wouldn't work with Glostik, so it's like, let's record those on their own album.
Yeah.
How often do you guys play like what you're doing now? Do you do that a lot, like during shows, or is that kind of just a personal thing?
Like so it's just really if somebody books it, or if it's just like a gig that we're trying to go do and not take a trailer, then we'll just, if you throw a little drum rig in there and this stuff, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's not necessarily too often, but it's always fun when we get to do it, because it's a more intimate just feeling in general. You know, it feels more like we're at our living room playing instead of at a show necessarily playing.
Yeah.
And it's like a song that you may have played 1,000 times and heard 1,000 times a certain way. Then you play it with these things, and it changes the song completely. Like the whole dynamic of the song is different.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the playing is different, because, you know, I can't hit those bottom frets. I don't even have as many frets on that as you do on an electric. So it's like a lot of stuff just can't even be played. So you've got to improvise on the spot to find a different way to play it without fucking up the jam. You know?
Yeah.
Did you hear that squeak?
Yeah, well,
my lips squeaked when I swallowed that beer. I'm sorry. It's really weird. I like caught myself off guard. I was like, "What is that?"
I thought it was a chair or something.
I thought I was hearing things.
That's my lips. I got some tight fucking lips over here, man. Sorry. I had a question. I just don't know where it went.
It happens.
All right.
You all play another song?
What is that, number 3?
Sing some Sabbath. So do some changes, bud.
Oh, yeah. No, don't do it.
Look at him. No.
You made me do a couple shots and
come
stuff.
on, dude.
Hey, hold on. Before we start, I want to ask.
Ooh, you're an owl over there. I'm sorry. Go get your pardon.
I'll slap
Speak
my
away.
wings upon you, brother. Who was your utmost favorite artist you guys have played with?
I mean,
That's tough.
it's probably a tie between Steve Sweeney and Doug Wimbish, just because they're both so cool, you know. And Dave Katz is in there too, because it's just all about those dudes who gave us a chance, you know, when we're just fucking young bucks trying to do the thing, get gigs and stuff. And it's like these guys give us opportunities that nobody else would.
Yeah.
And then we get they're so fucking great, you know. We grew up watching Acoustic Hookah from the time we were fucking 14 and 15 years old, so it's like, to get to stand on a stage with those dudes is awesome.
Absolutely.
And Doug Wimbish, with the things he does on the bass, is just incredible. You know,
It's weird too, because a lot of times, you know, a band might open for a bigger band,
Yeah.
but then most of the time, the opening band, the headlining band is super weird about fucking meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
They think that the opening band is gonna fanboy the fuck out of them. Like, we opened for Jackal at Odd Bodies.
Yeah.
The guy who ran the club gave us the opportunity. He's like, you guys want this, you know, you'll take a little bit of a pay cut, but you'll play for a sold out crowd. We're like, fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
And none of us were trying to jump all over Jackal's people, you know what I'm saying? But it was just, there's always that weird vibe there that it's good when you play with somebody who comes back and like levels with you, that they aren't too fucking big to come back and just shoot the shit, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd love to hear another song.
Yeah, please. What is it? The third
That'd be
one?
better.
This is the is this the fourth one?
Robert.
fourth one.
Fourth.
This is the fourth one. All right, so we can do this and then do some shout outs and
Yeah.
stuff.
Do some
Some
shout
shots?
outs.
Did you say shots?
We can do shout outs. We can do shots.
I also have alcohol in my tea that I've been drinking.
Prove it.
Yeah,
Prove
know
it.
that.
Prove it.
trace it.
Fucking carnivore you are.
Watch this. Colby.
Wow.
Really like that song. It reminds me of Big Mouth nowadays.
Have you ever watched like a video? Have you ever watched a video and you saw somebody talking and you would assume the way their voice sound, and then when they talked, you're like, "That's not how I thought you're."
Yeah.
How it would come out? That's how you were saying. I was just like, man, that's. If I close my eyes, I feel like I was just fucking there. You know what I mean? Like that was.
Yeah, ironically, you were.
You got that angelic voice. That's what he's saying.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
To me in time.
Buddha drops the panties, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not even.
I've
wearing
been
them
known to
today.
drop a couple.
Are they thrown at you?
We've had a lot of things thrown at us.
And yes, we have had
Panties,
panties. Panties
bras,
is like the big
pants.
accomplishment. It's like
Yeah.
we did it. We did it, boys.
Yeah.
We got panties.
Fuck yeah.
Caught some panties on the end of the base,
Ooh.
before.
Do you keep them or just do you
Brawls.
Brawls hung on the chandelier at Stanley's. That was fun.
Like depending on your tuners, did they get a prize? You got 4 shots if you get them hanging.
Honestly, it doesn't depend on the tuners. I guess it depends on the panties.
Yeah. Where did those panties come
Let's
from?
be honest
Hot
here.
ones.
Let's be honest here.
You get any granny
It's gotta
panties
come-
up there?
It's got to be
thankfully.
a good pair of panties.
I'm more concerned about the 2 on the bottom. Like if you can ring those.
I mean, if you can ring that, then I'll probably at least give you a high five.
Hey.
Oh, I got you, baby.
Sure.
I got you.
High five, right, Otis?
And by high five, I mean high five.
All right, so what do you guys have coming next? Your people are listening. When can they see you next? Where can they see you next?
What is it?
Is it Dreamfest, I believe?
Yeah.
Dreamfest. Dimebag knows our
Dreamfest.
schedule. We don't even know anymore.
Dimebag, you want to
Get
talk
on
on the
here
mic?
for a second.
Dimebag,
Get on the mic.
Come on.
Dimebag,
Get on the
speak.
mic.
bud.
Introduce
Take
yourself.
my mic, bud.
Get on the mic.
Take my mic, bud.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
Dime.
hi, everybody.
So this is Dimebag. Dimebag's our tour manager, also known as our glue. He holds us all together, makes the shit
I
happen.
like that.
I have no back because of them.
We broke his back and his
Not
spirit.
really. It's pretty strong.
Dime, what's
right,
going
so-
on?
yeah.
What's the feature for them?
Dreamfest, that's next. And then,
Hold on, wait. Let me open this. Where's that pin?
I don't know.
Write it
What's the
down.
date, Don?
Yeah,
that is
what's the date?
July. The day we play is July
Friday the
11th.
13th.
Is it 13th?
I believe so.
That's
thought it was
evil.
12.
I like that.
I don't know.
I want to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it is. It's the 12th we play.
July
It's
12th?
12th, 13th. That's the weekend.
Okay.
We play the Friday. And then after that, something I don't know if I can announce yet or not.
Don't even do it.
Well, probably not.
Yeah, no,
It's
okay.
Willy Town. We have Hog Days in Marion,
Hog
Indiana.
Days.
Yeah,
We
like
are-
Fest right
What's
down
the-
the street from our house.
Vibrations.
Good Vibes.
Good
That
Vibes.
is August 23rd we play.
Yep.
The same weekend. That's in Bellevue.
Yep.
What else? There was something else in August.
Man, there's I have no idea. See, this is what he's for.
Yeah, I know, but I'm falling apart.
See what
right now.
happens when he smokes pot. No more pot, Dime. You just lost your pot privileges.
You can find all of our dates at
Yes,
GlowStickWilly.com.
everything is there. I make sure it's there. So
But
check
lots of
that out.
festivals and lots of good times this summer and
Yeah.
then continue.
The most important one is Willy Town.
Yes, that's gonna be a
What's the
fun,
date for that?
fun time.
September 12th, 13th, 14th.
Write that down.
September 12th, 13th,
I
14th,
definitely
Willy
get that
Town.
out.
Yeah.
Be there, be there.
Yeah, because that's where you get the most. That's why if you want to see Glowstick, I always say, everybody's like, oh, I want to see Glowstick. And it's like, well, come to Willy Town because Willy Town is like the best example you can get of Glowstick.
Absolutely.
We're in our environment with our fans. They know our music. You can feel the energy.
Absolutely.
You can hear that we have our sound guys, big sound systems. We're in control of everything. So
Everything's covered in stickers.
it's got to be fucking perfect. Yes. Exactly.
nice.
No, we've had to tone back the stickers because some of the fans just get way too fucking crazy with it.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I woke up in some stickers once, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's Dime's job. He makes sure that they only get a certain amount of stickers. That's it.
Yes.
My first day I woke up, I was like,
Can't have the whole
what is
roll.
on my back? And then I looked and I was like, well, I have like 30 Glowstick Willy stickers on my back. I need to look at this band immediately, I guess. 30 different people stand me? No, it was just one guy named Chucky
They-
that slapped me the whole time.
He fucking wanted you to know. He wanted you to know.
I remember they had like rolls of that shit.
Rolls
I feel
of them,
like everybody uses them as pasties.
They're
and
not.
shit.
They just look like it.
They-
They're not
they hurt
actual
as
rolls.
pasties.
They're not actual rolls.
No.
Dude, we made
Oh.
pasties one time, and it was fucking awesome because the
turnout
response.
was great.
Yeah, it was like you could buy them for $5, or you can have them for free if you put them on now.
I see what you're
And
doing.
dude,
there.
every fucking chick put the fucking pasties on, and it was ridiculous. We'd have front row to all topless chicks. So who's the only band at the Hippie Festival that has everybody topless? Glostik.
I'm coming topless this year. I promise you that.
Jesse, you have any shout outs today?
Family Vibes. We got Family Vibes. Y'all guys check them out. You guys, if you guys ever want to do a show with them, come through. Family Vibes. Our friend Justice Trigger.
He always puts on amazing shows.
Yeah, always has a
Real
good time.
dude.
We did a show with him.
Did you? Okay.
With
Yeah.
the Moon Hooch.
Oh,
yeah.
that was
There
the
it is.
fucking
That was
that show.
that was the bee's
tits.
knees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
I
was
love
the
that
tits.
We
one.
were there.
There's a lot of ketamine dancing for me.
I ate some LSD that night, and
Same. That was a hoot.
I was expecting like a song or two, and then like them talking, but they came out, played, and they didn't say a word until they're like, "All right, yeah, we're Moon Hooch. We'll see you guys later," and left. And by that time, I was chewing on gum. As soon as they came on, and as soon as they got off, it was like spider webs in my mouth. I disintegrated gum, and I was just like, man, I need a fucking cigarette. I was like, I wasn't fucking gonna move. I was like, I'm not smoking until they're done playing, or at least maybe they stop and have a little talk ski. No, they did not. They just kept playing, shredding, shoving cones and horns.
That show is fucking. That show is fucking great. And if you listen to our past episodes with Justice on it from Family Vibes, who runs that, he talks about that show a lot. That's actually a good episode.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I loved it. Let's see what else we got. Fucking hammocks for the homeless.
Yeah. That fundraiser's still going on. Definitely donate money to
It
that.
ends,
Get them up off the ground.
I planned it to end at the end of June, so that way they can start July off hanging out in some trees, really
In between
relaxing,
buildings.
not fucking laying on concrete. That shit sucks.
That's dope. Hammocks for homeless.
Hammocks for homeless, yeah,
Fuck yeah.
absolutely. And then on top of that, fucking best friends.
Yeah.
If you guys want vests made, any of you guys, we'll fucking make a 3-piece Willy vest for you
Yeah,
guys.
we make
Like a
custom
vest, dude?
Yeah, we make
Vests.
custom vests.
Custom
Like
vests.
Buddha
battle
rocks the
jackets and
vest.
shit.
Buddha looks
Yeah.
damn good in a vest.
Well, actually, I
Hit us up.
need a vest because
Hit us up, man.
Let your best friends wrap you up in style.
My vest,
My best friends.
got a little bit too big for me.
No, we are taking orders and we're fucking ready to go. Because everybody always stops us like, hey, what's going on with these vests you got wearing?
Yeah.
It's like fucking.
Are they leather vests?
It doesn't matter. Whatever you want.
Oh, he needs
we
leather, of
customize
course.
vests and
Okay.
stuff.
Do you know how to do leather? I
have leather stuff,
I had
so,
two
yeah.
people ask me. They're like, "Do you know how to do leather?" I
Yeah,
was
we'll
like,
just
"My
have to
brother
find
probably
leather
knows how
vests.
to
We'll just
do
have to
it."
find leather vests themselves, but that's not too hard.
Okay,
They'll
then
just
yes,
cost a
leather.
little more because it's leather, obviously, and it's a little more time consuming to fucking sew a leather vest versus like.
Dude, I have one that I could just give to you. You guys can cut up for me.
Yep.
Yeah, keep in contact
Yeah.
with us.
Alright.
We will destroy that thing for you.
Yeah.
We if you're listening to this, we've posted this on our Facebook too. If we get 1,000 likes by July 1st, Jesse and I are gonna get mushrooms tattooed on our ass cheeks.
Yep.
So definitely, when you hear this, like
I really
it.
just want to do it. I don't care if
Give
you
it
guys
a-
get it there. I just want to get
Yeah,
my
it'd be
tattoo, brother.
sweet though. It'd
Yeah.
be sweet though.
900 club.
Yeah, like, it's close enough. It's close enough. I don't know. Thank you guys though for liking our page. That was out of fucking nowhere. I feel like we went from like no one to like everyone, which is crazy and awesome.
Appreciate that.
I want to give a shout out to myself, kind of,
Yeah, go
not
for it.
to myself, but I have my art is going to be displayed and sold in the 416 Diner July 1st through that month, and possibly more depending on that. And I do make art. You can check that out on Instagram at #JohnnyTerrorArt.
Seriously,
And,
please. I go into his room and he has like there's his wall, and then it comes like he has canvases that come out like 3.5 feet.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit.
There's like so much done stuff. Like, get a hold of it, dude. He's got so much treasure in there. It's good. I love it. He needs to get it out. I love it.
But yeah, definitely in July, go to the 416 Diner in the Oregon in Dayton. It's a good place anyway.
Stoney's Munchie Bar, is it hanging there too?
I do have some art hanging in Sony's Munchie Bar. We're actually going to have them on in the next month or two. I think we're going to do a food sampling while they're here. That's some friends of ours that have opened up a place. And just so you guys know, if you ever go there and you look like a Wook, you get a 10% Wook discount. That's something that they do. They judge you as you come in, and if they think you look like a Wook, you get a 10% discount.
What was did you see the smoothie?
On Fifth Street.
They made a smoothie. It was called oh my god, it was a nitrous balloon smoothie. It literally said nitrate, like hippie nitrous in it. And I was just like, wow, you guys are fucking
they've got
balls to the wall.
They've got
with
like
the names.
a creative menu, and then they've got like a regular menu.
Yeah.
But they've got some great food. We're gonna sample it someday. They're actually gonna come on here. We have to figure out dates for that and stuff. But I think that's a cool place. It's on the on Fifth Street. I can't remember exactly.
You guys can
where,
come
but-
see us during the week if you have any questions for podcasts, for vests, for fundraisers, for fucking food. Where do you work at?
I work at the trolley stop downtown.
Work at Blind Bob's downtown.
Come meet us. Come buy us a drink.
Yeah.
Say
I'll
what's up.
fucking smoke a bowl with you. Come on.
And again, today we had Glostik Willy on here from Indiana doing some hippie metal and stuff. If you guys want to each give any individual shout-outs you have, anything you want to say before we head out here, and where they can find all of your good shit.
All the good shit. Well,
The bad shit, just all the shit.
just hit glowstickwilly.com. Check out the Spotify. We're going to be watching it. We got some good shit. There's a lot of cool shit on YouTube. A lot of good recent stuff. So definitely check that out. As far as shout outs go, I mean, just shout out to our fans. Fucking
Hell yeah.
sticking with us and being out there throwing up the horns, rocking out, and
Absolutely.
fucking keeping us on the road.
CBD
and
shop. What's the name?
doing our thing.
CBD shop.
Holistic CBD.
Boom.
Check it out.
Healing the nation.
Yeah.
And keep an eye out for our first single we're going to be releasing off the album. It's going to be in July.
Yep. July 9th in Willytown. We'll see you all at Willytown.
No, we'll be there.
All right.
100%.
You guys should come do a podcast.
Let's do a live podcast.
Let's do a live
Willy-
Hit us up. We'd love to do that. We're trying to
I'm
do
hitting you up right now. What's up, dude?
We
Let's do it.
What's up, man?
We have we just had JoJo Stella ask us for like July 1st to 3rd to come out,
Yeah.
and then I just asked Rob. I was like, "What do we need, like equipment wise, to come out?" He told us what we need, and so we're ready to break the first session in there, and then like have like a good quality session come out to you guys.
Let's
We
do
could
it.
bring some of our weirdest fans on, do some like Howard Stern-esque game shows.
It would be great.
Absolutely.
Our whack pack.
Yeah, we could bring out our glow stick whack pack.
You guys will love them.
We'll
absolutely.
elect a whack pack committee.
I like wild people.
Yeah,
like
definitely
being
come to
entertained.
Willytown then.
Yeah, no.
That's the place for the wild ones.
Hell
Like
yeah.
a circus.
Anything else before we
We're split off.
yeah, before we go.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys for being on.
Hell yeah.
Please, if you
Absolutely.
guys
It's
ever
been
want
fun.
to come on, get a little announcement on some upcoming stuff, want to promote it, let us know, man.
Yeah, maybe before Willytown. We'll come back.
We love
Absolutely.
you guys. Yeah, we had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Had an absolute blast.
Thank you guys. We love you too.
No problem.
You got me a little drunk.
I must say I'm a
He
little
still
disappointed
needs
you have
it.
not puked yet.
Man,
But see, you're
I-
still sipping on that shot. What's up with that?
I
You
said I
didn't
had
even
stuff in
finish
here,
it.
too.
He still needs a dab too. On
Yeah,
top
we
of
got a dab. We got all kinds
Aw.
of things to do. We're not done yet.
it. Yeah, we're not done.
Where are you
I'm an
getting started?
adult, motherfuckers. I'm an adult.
Can't tell.
No, you can follow our Facebook and like us, Two Fun Guys podcast. We also have a SoundCloud, which we've been slacking a little bit on,
Yeah.
but that's because we're busy motherfuckers.
That's my fault.
But we'll get back
That's
on
my
there. It's
fault.
my fault as well. I'm not very good at technology.
I'm the technology guy, but
Yeah.
Robert, shout out to Rob.
Shout out to
Back
Rob
there,
and
Morick.
is it Conest? I can never fucking get it right, and I know what it is. It's a ship from fucking Star Trek, right? And it's also a wagon used back in the day.
Yeah.
Am I correct, Rob?
Yeah.
What is it called? Conestoga. Oh, I was right. Conestoga
Yeah.
Studios.
I
Love
always
this
want to
place.
say it. Yeah, I always want to case.
This is a really cool spot. I
I
must
feel like
say.
I'm yelling.
It's super friendly home.
Oh yeah.
We try
I
to
don't
make it
vibe.
as chill and as comfortable as possible. That's what we want.
Yeah, we want you guys to
We
be
want you
upset.
guys to be hanging out with your friends. That's it.
This
Relax.
place is dope, dude.
Thank you.
Good job, boys.
Some say we're two fun guys.
Yeah.
You're pretty
Mostly
fun.
us.
I like it.
This is a handful of fun guys.
All right, you guys want to anything?
ladies,
Any other
sometimes.
last words?
From which you came, you shall remain until you are complete again.
All right.
Sorry
Two
to
fun
bother you.
guys. We will see you next week. Love you.
Have a good one, guys. We out. Thank you guys. Fucking solid.
I'm a rock star.